Raptors scored an impressive victory in Miami on Tuesday over a fellow playoff contender, and tonight is another crucial matchup against a postseason rival as New York sits one half game ahead of the Raptors in the logjam Eastern Conference. And tonight, Lenny Wilkens comes to Toronto as coach of a revamped Knicks squad, including Tim Thomas and superstar point guard Stephon Marbury, as the Raptors look to protect the home court in their biggest game of the season. Tonight, we've got the return of Lenny Wilkens, the dynamic skills of Stephon Marbury, and the franchise Vince Carter. Knicks, Raps, up next. And we are live from the Air Canada Centre in the beautiful city of Toronto. And tonight, playoff basketball in the air. Two teams battling for postseason. Lenny Wilkens returning to Toronto after 3 seasons on the bench with your Toronto Raptors as Wilkens and the Knicks in Game 3 of a 4-game series. Along with Leo Rounds and Norma Wick, this Chuck Swirsky. Always a pleasure talking Raptors ball. And Leo, there is a buzz here in this building.
No doubt about it. Raptors coming off a bad loss in Washington, but the buzz, Lenny Wilkens back in town, and the Raptors need a win. Taking a close look at the playoff picture right now, New York and the Toronto Raptors are in a battle. New York at 6, the Raptors at 7, but what you really want to focus in on is the trailers. Boston, Miami, Cleveland, Philadelphia, they're all coming from behind, and they're coming hard.
By the way, the Raptors do have a new player. It is now official. Rod Strickland. He is a professional point guard, Leo.
You're talking about a veteran player, 16 years in the league. Rod Strickland has played for New York, San Antonio, Portland, Washington, Miami, and recently Orlando. He's a player that knows how to play the game, providing leadership in the backcourt. He can push the ball up the floor, even at his age. He can get the offense going. He can keep the defense honest, and that's something that's really hurt the Toronto Raptors and Ned Palacio at the point. If he can make shots, 15 to 17 footers, so the defense can't back off him, that can open the floor up for Vince Carter and company.
That's right, Leo. He is 7th all-time in assists in the NBA. With more on Rod Strickland, let's go to Norma Wick. Norma?
Well, Rod, rumor has it that you wanted to be in a Raptors uniform before this point.
Oh, yeah, definitely. In the beginning of the season, I wanted to come in.
Talk about the kind of offense that Kevin O'Neal runs. He likes to run a lot after 16 seasons. Are you up for it?
Oh, definitely. I think that's that helps my game to get out in the open court. That's what I've been doing for years, so I'm accustomed to that.
Talk about what you bring to the table and how much you've been able to see of the Raptors in terms of knowing what they need.
Well, I mean, I just want to go out there and try to provide some leadership, try to get some easy buckets, get the ball out in the open court, and things like that. As far as what they need, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully some easy shots and the things that I can help.
Yeah, the assists are bread and butter of every point guard. What about the prospect of playing with a guy like Vince?
Oh, that's great. I mean, it's always good to play with a great player because he makes your job easier. Just had his cousin in Orlando, and so I'm looking forward to playing with him.
All right, best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, Rod Strickland with a couple of New York ties. Number 1, he's a Bronx native, and number 2, they was drafted by the Knicks in 1988.
All right, Norman, thanks very much. And from day to day, you've got to check the program to find out who's playing for the New York Knickerbockers. Boy, Leo, lots of changes.
Yeah, since Isaiah Thomas took over as general manager, all kinds of changes. Brought in Lenny Wilkens, the big trade, Stephon Marbury, Anthony Hardaway coming in. Then with 28 games left in the season, all of a sudden, Keith Van Horn, Mike Doliak are gone. Nazem Mohammed and Tim Thomas are in. They don't have the rhythm. They're trying to find their stride right now, and they had it with Keith Van Horn. But if you talk to everybody in the Knicks, their concern is not right now. Yes, they have to qualify for the playoffs, but their concern is peaking at playoff time.
All right, keys to the game. Can we say Stephon Marbury?
Ah, you're a mind reader, Chuck. Stephon Marbury, when he's on the floor, you better contain him. The Raptors will look to try to get the ball out of his hands and force other players to get them into their offense. Handle pick and rolls, especially with Allen Houston, Tim Thomas. Houston is playing about 80% right now, but he's a 42% three-point shooter. And don't settle for jump shots. Wednesday against Washington, Raptors shot just 33%, had 24 points in the paint. Move the ball, go inside and outside. Remember, there's not a major shot blocking presence on New York. Look to mix it up, look to pass the ball around.
This is going to be an emotional game tonight, a battle of two teams just trying to knock on the door, get in the playoffs. As Rocket Rod Strickland, the newest member of the Raptors, let's go to Jamie and Jack and Rogers Sportsnet.
With Jack Armstrong. I'm Jamie Campbell. Rod Strickland is kind of like the Mike Sillinger of the NBA, playing for so many different teams. It's now, if you're a Raptor, you got to introduce yourself.
Exactly. But I'd say what this guy does know how to play. He's a professional point guard. He'll get guys involved. He can get in the lane and make plays. The big key is how comfortable he'll be with his teammates. It starts tonight.
We shall see you at halftime. Enjoy the matchup.
If you want to shed new light on an old room, you can. If you want to learn something about color and maybe a little about yourself, you can. You can do just about anything. The Home Depot can show you how. Through an unmatched selection, the best brands, and an unbeatable low price guarantee. If you want to start from scratch, finish with style, and go from wondering how to knowing how, you can. The Home Depot. You can do it, we can help.
My brother Terry wants to know what a 100% digital signal from Bell Express View means. Well, Terry, it means every channel can look and sound so clear, it seems like real life. Ah! Mistake! Kill it, Terry! Kill it, Terry! Do it! Save us! Whoa! My mistake. That's Express View. Very real, huh?
Now own a complete Express View satellite system for as little as $0.
You're all right, Terry.
Cold filter what you don't need. Keep what's good. NGD. Keep it genuine.
The Home Depot Raptors basketball is brought to you by the Home Depot. By Air Canada. By Bell. By Foot Locker. By Miller Genuine Draft. And by BMO, Bank of Montreal, proud sponsors of the Toronto Raptors 2003-2004 season. And welcome back to Toronto. Gord Cutler, our producer, assisted by Paul Graham, our director, and Dan Glavin and Forbes, Ben Robertson. Chuck Swirsky, Leo Rums, Norma Wick. And let's take a look at Air Canada Destination NBA. And a big ball game tonight at the Fleet, Leo, with the Wizards and the Celtics.
Straight Boston starting to hit their stride under head coach John Carroll. Cleveland, New Orleans. Cleveland playing solid ball. Dallas, San Antonio, Indiana, Utah, Seattle, Lakers. Of course, New Jersey and Golden State. New Jersey having a tough West Coast swing.
And the starting lineups, Marbury and Houston. Stephon Marbury had 36 points and 10 assists 2 nights ago against Philadelphia.
Yeah, this is about as good a backcourt as you will see, especially in the Eastern Conference. Houston not 100% yet, but feeds off of Stephon Marbury, and Marbury can just break you down in so many different ways. The newest Knicks, Tim Thomas and Nazir Mohammed in the middle, and of course Kurt Thomas, the veteran at power forward slot.
That's right. Kurt Thomas about to get an extension. Meantime, for the Raptors, Palacio and Glover.
That's right. Don't be surprised to see Rod Strickland coming off the bench soon, but Mil Palacio will get the nod, knows the system, knows the plays. And a player I've been impressed with, Dion Glover's done a great job since he's come to Toronto. Vince Carter at the small forward, Chris Bosh in the middle, and Daniel Marshall, the sharp-shooting power forward, on the wing.
And the head coach of the New York Knicks is Lenny Wilkins, being met by Kevin O'Neill and Vince Carter. And Lenny Wilkins, when he was addressed by public address announcer Herbie Kuhn, was roundly booed. And the head coach of the Toronto Raptors is Kevin O'Neill.
But Kevin O'Neill, as I mentioned, will look to get Rod Strickland into the game fairly early. Kevin O'Neill searching right now for some answers, for some direction on the floor with his team. It's been a rough go, but he's held his team together for this playoff run.
And what's going on in the backcourt as far as Carter in Houston is concerned. Allen Houston, as Leo mentioned, coming off that injury, but he can still fill it up.
He really can. You just can't forget about Allen Houston coming off screens, and he's very good at drawing the defender to leave his feet, getting to the free throw line. Vince Carter had a solid game against Miami, Tuesday night with 27 points, tapered off against Washington, just 1 for 8, 4 points in the second half against the Wizards.
The Raptors a game under 500 at home. The Knicks 10 and 20 on the road. One of those losses in overtime earlier this season here at the Air Canada Center. And we are underway. Good to have you with us on Rogers Sportsnet and the Fan 590. It's Raptor Ball with Vince Carter, challenged by Tim Thomas. Bosh sets the screen. Carter to Bosh, left elbow, bucket.
Excellent pass from Vince Carter. He can create so many things for his teammates.
The New York Knicks, 17th in the league in scoring at 91 per ball game. Marbury had a double-double against the Raptors at MSG. Thomas with a post-up on Carter. And up and under. Off the window and a score.
And this is a problem for the Raptors. Vince Carter, when you look at Tim Thomas, he's a matchup player. He's a big three or a small four, and he really creates a lot of problems. Vince Carter's going to have to work real hard to keep him out of the post.
Carter again off the dribble. Foul line extended left. Bosh to cut to Carter on a reverse and a score.
Great movement. As long as the Raptors move, Chuck, they get great opportunities to score.
And running baseline, it's Allen Houston in front of Thomas. Marbury off the dribble, comes up shooting, and nails a 19-footer over Palacio.
He's just so quick. Off the dribble, going right or left, and he stops on the dime and just lets it fly.
Marbury, 12th in the league in scoring, 2nd in the league in assists. 4-4 ball game, 10:40 remaining in the first quarter. Carter, the open man is Bosh at a pump. To the right, right in the face of the New York Knickerbockers.
Well, Chuck, last couple of games, there's been a little hesitation from Chris Bosh early in the game. He's come out aggressive. He looked for his shot right away, and that time, just a quick drive to the bucket.
And neither team has missed a shot. Kurt Thomas short, rebounded by Dion Glover. Glover, his first NBA coach in Atlanta, Lenny Wilkins. The open man is Bosh, 3 from 13. Off the window and a score. And Chris Bosh, a perfect 3 for 3 with 6 points and 1 dime.
And again, no hesitation. Nice drop off from Glover, who's just an aggressive player, always looks to attack.
Marbury with a stop and go, dribble drive, delivers the pass, baseline left temper, Kurt Thomas got it.
And Kurt Thomas has traditionally played very well against the Raptors, especially early in games. First quarter, he's always started strong.
Carter again holding and looking. Vince with a couple of points in the game. Palacio gives it up. Glover on a pump, puts it on the net. 16-footer, go! And the Raptors are 5 for 5. 10-6 Toronto. And Marbury finds Nazir Mohammed off the mark. Rebound Raptors. And here comes Toronto on the break with Palacio running left sideline. Good ball movement by the Raptors. 16 on the clock. Carter comes up shooting, and that's the first miss of the game.
And really the first bad shot. Vince didn't need to take that shot. Really wasn't into the groove. Keep the ball moving.
Marbury off a high ball screen from Kurt Thomas, and he buries another J. And Stephon Marbury, who had 28 points against the Raptors and 14 assists at the Garden in New York. He's got 4 in the quarter.
That's the problem. He's a scoring point guard that can distribute the ball as well as anybody.
Carter again, giving that shot. Rimming good. Vince Carter with 4. Knicks ball. Marbury coming over in a trade for Antonio McDonough. Allen Houston strokes the J from 16.
Kevin O'Neal just looked at his guy and said, hey, somebody stop somebody out there, and there's no way you can allow Allen Houston to catch and shoot right easily.
Palacio on a switch, going to buy Mohammed on the left baseline. Palacio just threw it away on a bad pass. And here's Marbury, line to the lane. And the layup is good off the Raptor turnover. And the two teams tied at 12.
You know, Chuck, the Raptors can also push the ball up the floor against this Knicks team. They struggle with their transition defense. The Raptors are aggressive. They can get some easy looks.
Palacio to Carter. Vince on the right point. On a crossover. Carter on a pick and roll. Danielle Marshall. And Dion Glover is fouled on a reverse. Nice pass.
Going up at his old teammate, Nazir Mohammed. And it was nice about that pass. Danielle Marshall led Glover perfectly so he could catch it in stride and go strong and make this move going into the body of the big man.
Dion Glover, Leo, what we've seen of him as a Raptor as the free throws made is fearless around the rim.
I love his game, and you know, when he was with Atlanta, he was one of my favorite players on a bad team. And if you look at the Raptors situation, he's coming in at the worst possible time. Wait till all the pieces are there. I think Dion Glover is going to be a great addition to this ball club.
As Glover splits a pair, 13-12, Raptors by 1. Two teams have combined 12 of 15 from the floor for a sizzling 80%. Thomas again, guarded by the smaller Dion Glover. Comes up shooting on a turnaround, rimmed out. Rebound, Dion Glover.
And you'll see, really, from the time Tim Thomas got to New York, they run an awful lot through him.
Glover with 3 points, 3 boards, line to the lane, to the cup, to the layup. As it looked in.
Well, being smart with the ball is the key. Tim Thomas guarding Glover. Glover has the quickness. He's going at him with 5 points already. Also has 3 rebounds.
15-12 Raptors. Marbury runs the play now for Allen Houston. Challenged by Carter. Comes up shooting, missing. Rebound, Dion Glover. Solid job of the boards for Glover, who has 4.
He's just a player. That's the best way to describe him. Helps out all over the floor.
Daniel Marshall for 3. No. Rebound, New York. Marshall has been red hot, shooting 3 balls, 12 of 18 of late. A missed shot by the Knicks, kept alive by Bosch to Marshall. And it's a 3-on-3, floats a pass down the floor and hit Palacio in the head on the bounce, but it went off the neck, according to Bernie Fry.
A dangerous pass right there. Anytime you're throwing the ball anywhere near Stephon Marbury, you have to realize this guy's got great hands, great quickness, and you really have to be guarded with your passes.
6:32 remaining first quarter, 15-12, Raptors by 3. The inbounds, Palacio to Vince Carter. Carter in the right pocket, leaves it for Palacio. They sag off on Palacio, who's 1 for his last 15. Carter shoots and scores, 19-footer right in front of his head coach, Kevin O'Neal.
Chuck, every time Vince Carter comes back from an injury, teams go at him. Individual players look to attack him. That's what he's got to do to Allen Houston, who's still not 100% with his knee.
17-12, Raptors with their biggest lead at 5. Marbury behind the back pass to Kurt Thomas, and he nails another jumper on the left wing.
Kevin O'Neal right next to us. He is irate, just giving a kick to the scorer's table, saying, you got to get up. You just can't give up these open shots on your home court.
17-14, Raptors. Palacio to Carter again. Vince getting a lot of touches. Working against Tim Thomas. 21-footer. Got it! And Vince Carter. It is Vinceanity here in the opening frame with 8.
And what's upsetting Kevin O'Neal is you don't want to upset a 9 of 11 shooting performance by not defending. You could really give yourself a great margin.
And again, they're going to run a post up with Thomas on the left block. On a curl. On a switch. Thomas working against Palacio. And he traveled. Good call.
A good defense. No Palacio using his body, using his feet, staying in front of Tim Thomas.
And we have a timeout on the floor as the Toronto Raptors shooting 82%. The Knicks at 58%. And Vince Carter, he is the microwave. He's got 8 points in 7 minutes on Rogers Sportsnet.
Prolong the pleasure of snowmobiling and visit the Ski-Doo Spring Tour 2005. Take a look at the innovative 2005 lineup with the new Max Z and Summit RT 1000 SDI. Look for the tour in your region. Visit skidoo.com for the official schedule. Ski-Doo, there's nothing like it.
So you want your dear old Uncle Angus to lend you $200 till next payday? Well, let me tell you, in my day, we'd break our backs, swept chimneys, gutting fish, your father and I smashed rocks, milk goat 25 hours a day, pinched every penny, 'cause the world judges a man by the size of his sporran.
Need cash before payday? It's cheaper than you think. And now Money Mart also offers same-day tax refunds in cash with Easy Tax.
The beauty of the suit is that the bottoms match the top. So all you have to do is throw on a shirt and tie and you're out the door. You get to work earlier, your productivity goes up, you get a bigger bonus, put the kids in better schools, they get better jobs, make tons of money, buy you a home to retire to on an island. No wonder suits are coming back. Suits starting at just $150. Well made, well priced, well dressed. Moores.
And the return of the suspended Martin Havlat. And that is the story for Ottawa and Philadelphia. One of our lead stories tonight on Rogers Sportsnet. RJ Broadhead, Jim Lang tonight, 10 o'clock, right here on Rogers Sportsnet. Head coach of the Knicks, Lenny Wilkens, taking over for Don Chaney. Spent 3 years here in Toronto, 31 seasons overall, the winningest and losingest coach in the NBA.
Hey, Chuck, talking to the assistant coaches. Oh, we have Ron Howard in the house.
Hey, you never know. Hope he could play the point. He could buy this franchise, that's for sure, with the money he has. Carter with a runner. Baker popped out. Rebound, Carter, and he is hacked and fouled.
There's just such a difference in Vince Carter's game. When he's into it, you can see it right away. You saw it in Miami for 3/4 of the game. Once he got comfortable after the first quarter, he just dominated the basketball game. Here in the first quarter against New York, he's come out, played real hard. He's looking to be aggressive, and it makes all the difference in the world for this club.
And Carter in the first of 2 popped out. Vince went to the line only once against Washington the other night in D.C., and that was a tech foul shot.
Yeah, he's got to get to the line. He's just too good a player not to get there. And when he's getting there, just like anybody else, when you're getting to the line, just means you're playing aggressive, going after it.
Raptors extend their lead to 6. Under 5 minutes and running here, first quarter in Toronto. And Houston's pass slapped away, almost kept in play by Vince Carter. Good adjustment by Vince, playing Houston tight on the right point. And the Knicks will inbound with 11 on the clock.
And that's another thing we saw in the Miami game on the road on Tuesday. Vince Carter did a great job, I thought, defensively being active in that ballgame.
Houston angles off to the right side, and we have an illegal pick. Bernie Friars called it on Kurt Thomas, who leveled Vince.
Yeah, but you know what? The reason Kurt Thomas had to step in simply because Vince fought through that screen. He just didn't allow Allen Houston to use that screen and get an easy shot. Watch Vince Carter fight through on a replay. He's not going to give up anything. He's trying to get around. Kurt Thomas has to give him a little extra to keep him off. That's a second foul now on Kurt Thomas. But aggressive defense creates those foul opportunities.
And Thomas leaves, and that will put their number 1 pick, Michael Sweetney, out of Georgetown, 6'8". Got his first NBA start 3 games ago. Glover on a spin, working against Tim Thomas. Baseline pass, goes to Palacio. Line to the lane, Palacio. The dish out. Glover comes up firing. Got it! 3-ball. Ring it up from downtown Keswick. That goes out to Coach Kira from Our Lady of the Lake of Bulldogs.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Tim Thomas,
tough move.
A spin down low, and he scores off the window.
Yeah, we've been talking about Tim Thomas over the years. All-star abilities, all-star body, but doesn't always bring it.
Nope. And boy, I'll tell you what, he's been taking a beating in the press from Ray Allen along with Sam Cassell. Former teammates with Milwaukee, Palacio, Glover, and his shot blocked.
Sweetney.
New York ball.
Yeah, Sweetney completely surprising Glover.
Sweetney undersized, but very physical. And it passed with Marbury and Sweetney and went off New York out of bounds. Bernie Fryer right there.
Hey, Chuck, one of the criticisms on Thomas, and really parallels Keith Van Horn as well. Same criticism that disappeared. They don't show up all the time. And Tim Thomas is really going to have to fight the New York media, where Keith Van Horn right now in Milwaukee has got an opportunity to just play ball and not be scrutinized as much as he has over the last couple of years.
I'll tell you what, the Knicks have got a ton of hands on Carter. Left wing, Marshall for 3. No.
Well, the Knicks, sorry, Chuck, the Knicks are just going to try to make Vince Carter drive and get help, and obviously try to force Palacio to take some shots.
Here's Marbury with a runner. Count it in the foul. Vintage Stephon Marbury.
So good. Starts out the game knocking down some deep jumpers. You got to get up on him. Now to get tighter on him, he's going to look to put the ball on the floor. Very good at creating in the lane.
And we have Peterson checking in, and Rod Strickland making his Raptor debut at the age of 37, wearing jersey number 1, 7th in NBA history in assists. This is his 8th NBA stop.
Now, obviously, Kevin O'Neal will simplify the offense to allow a player like Rod Strickland to get involved, but much like with Dion Glover, he's an NBA player. He's been around the league. He knows, the offenses are pretty much the same. You give him some different names, some different cuts, but he knows what to do, and he'll get the Raptors hopefully into something good.
Strickland's pass intended for Bosch, and it went off New York out of bounds. But Strickland will look to throw the ball inside, Leo.
He's an outstanding passer. The one thing you hope that he doesn't try to do is just do too much in his first game.
Drafted by the Knicks first round in '88. Carter, left pocket, bam! Just inside the arc.
When Vince Carter's got his feet set and he goes straight up and straight down, his jumper is about as smooth as anybody's in this league.
So Rod Strickland with a dime in his first appearance as a Raptor in the opening 30 seconds of his career in Toronto. Houston, the pitch out. Marbury working against Strickland. Comes up shooting, missing, rebound. Solid job by Bosch to Peterson to Vince Carter. He had the open man of Daniel Marshall. Peterson left wing three in. Oh!
Well, everybody into it now. Raptors 12 of 17.
28-19. Raptors in timeout, New York. And this crowd is going bananas. They love the style of play. They love the energy, the passion, and the heart. Raps on a 16-7 run on the Home Depot Raptors basketball.
My brother Terry wants to know what a 100% digital signal from Bell Express View means. Well, Terry, it means every channel can look and sound so clear, it seems like real life. Ah! A snake! Kill it, Terry! Kill it, Terry! Kill it! Save us! Whoa! My mistake. That's Express View. Very real, huh?
Now own a complete Express View satellite system for as little as $0.
You're all right, Terry.
It's been restyled inside and out. But don't let the new look fool you. The 2005 Ford Escape can get you out of the city. Can you get the city out of you? The new 2005 Ford Escape, Canada's #1 selling compact SUV, just got better.
Sandlots, half pipes, half court, center court, center field, rec centers, rec leagues, major leagues, and labs. Super Bowl, Far Bowl, windstorms, windmills, sweat chambers, and labs. Turf, grass, mud, sand, schoolyard, backyard, the garden, the swamp, the vet, the Met, the pit, the park, the lake, the Jake, the bar, Dean Dome, Sky Dome, and labs. Venice, truckers, old school, new school, home, Gatorade. Tested in labs, used everywhere.
Jays 4-0 winners today over the Cincinnati Reds. And we've got Jays baseball on Rogers Sportsnet spring training. Jays and Yankees tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And what a pair with Carter and Strickland, huh, Leo?
Well, Rod Strickland is a player that can really open the floor for Vince Carter, much like Vince can do it for his teammates.
Rod Strickland, I've known Rod for a long time, called his play-by-play at DePaul. And I'll tell you what, Strickland can certainly still get it done.
I believe he can too, especially if he wants to be in this environment and everything appears to be that case. He's saying a lot of positive things. He can help.
Thomas turning, shooting, and scoring. That's the matchup New York wants right after the timeout. They say, let's go back to Tim Thomas on the left block, who has 6.
That's right. Anybody's going to be guarding Thomas. They better get some help right now.
Daniel Marshall working against Sweetney. Let's see if the Raptors can go back to this matchup. Marshall, a 10-year pro against the rookie. Strickland. Jump pass. Open. Peterson 3. No. Rebound. Muhammad. And down the floor. Penny Hardaway on the left wing. And a crossover. Hardaway kills his dribble to Sweetney. Not known to shoot a mid-range jumper. He's really a low-post player. And it's Marbury against Strickland off the screen from Thomas. Doesn't use it. Hardaway with a pull-up. 16-footer is good.
And Hardaway can give this New York team, especially when they start getting towards the playoffs, some serious minutes. Another player that really understands the game. He can make open shots. He can find the open man. But you need players that understand situations during the course of the game.
Carter running baseline left to the right for the score. Are you kidding me? He abused the Knicks on the left baseline.
Well, not only is he going at it on offense, Chuck, but Vince Carter's working hard at the defensive end of the floor. He's had a tough time with Tim Thomas, but when he's been on Houston, he's been all over him. So the effort is really coming forth from Vince early.
That was such a pretty move by Carter. Working against Hardaway.
Yeah, Hardaway can't guard Vince Carter. Not now. Maybe the young Penny Hardaway, but not this guy.
New York on the inbounds. And it's Nazir Mohammed with power. Count it.
Muhammad in the lineup for New York has stagnated their offense a little bit. And I'll tell you why. With Michael Doliak, when he was playing, he could get to the elbows, get to the top of the key, hit jump shots. A lot of high pick and pops. Marbury coming off. They get him easy shots. Muhammad's not going to make those shots. What they want from him is what you saw right there. Some buckets in the post. They want offensive rebounds, and they want block shots. That's it.
And Leo, that free throw missed by the Knicks, but you're right. You know, Doliak, they tried to sneak him through waivers, but he was screened by Denver. And New York wants to re-sign him. He's a free agent in the offseason.
Again, he fits in playing with a player like Marbury.
Bosh with a slam dunk. Beats Carter with his second assist. 32-25 Raptors. Raps with 9 assists already on 14 buckets. Good percentage there. Marbury against Strickland. D3, ring it up. Stephon Marbury with 12. Single-handedly, once again, carrying the load for Lenny Wilkins' team. We have 15 seconds remaining. Knicks have a foul to give. Strickland again at the point on a dribble drive. Pull up jumper short. Rebound, New York. And it's loose, stripped away by Strickland. Gives it up Carter. And he leans in. Scores! What a play by Strickland and Carter! 4/10 of a second. Sweetney from 75 feet in. And at the end of one. Wow, this is great. This is the type of energy that Kevin O'Neal has begged for all season long.
And the crowd responding to it. Rod Strickland diving on the floor, going after, keeping it alive. And what a guy to find when you're desperate for a bucket, Vince Carter. Just a great hustle play. Vince Carter, active hands, able to get it back and bury it.
Now that deserves it. Are you kidding me? 35-28. We'll come back. Leo will analyze first quarter of the movie.
Cold filter what you don't need. Keep what's good. NVD. Keep it genuine.
Been saving my scratch to buy my dream whip. I'm not about the luxury, not even a bit. Square's not my deal, gotta have the right feel. I need to roll in something a little more real. Now this classic ride fills me with pride. And I'm itching to cruise in my fresh new brews. Yeah, I bought these wheels cause I've been eating McDeal.
The Everyday McDeal menu. Get a different deal every day of the week for only $1.69 plus tax.
McDonald's, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
It's kind of like an airbag.
An airbag?
Same at the airport, check an email. I drop my ThinkPad. It senses the drop. Hard drive braces for impact. Like an airbag.
So if I dropped it, it would just...
Brace for impact.
Oh, yeah?
That's not my notebook.
Check, please.
Klutz-proof wireless, only on a ThinkPad with Intel Centrino mobile technology.
We're doing pretty good. We're both working.
Yep. But in a few years, we want out of the city.
We don't want to keep this pace going forever. We want to travel. We want to relax.
We need some kind of plan to make it happen.
And that's why we called you. You guys can help, right?
Yeah, sure we can. At TD Waterhouse, we listen so you get the right plan. TD Waterhouse.
Welcome back. Take a look at our Bell first quarter stats. Raptors shooting 68%. Well, they're only up 7. The reason why Knicks are shooting 65%. Raptors, though, 10 assists to the Knicks 7. Rod Strickland already providing some dividends, Chuck.
That's right, Leo. He came in at the 3:30 mark, and the team responded, scoring 12 points in 3.5 minutes. The final 3:30 also came up with 2 assists and a board. 35-28 Raptors. Thomas again. Tim Thomas to Penny Hardaway. Hardaway holding and looking. Sweetney sets a screen. Turns baseline left with a spin, and a floater is good.
Oh, that's just a huge move right there. Now, Kevin O'Neal upset simply because he doesn't feel Penny Hardaway's got the quickness to beat Mo Peterson if he plays him smart and gets help.
And it's Carter again, working against Hardaway. On a crossover, once, twice, comes up firing. No, weak side rebound, Nazir Mohammed. And it's Marbury on a wicked crossover. And we have a foul on Sweetney, an illegal pick. And the Raptors will take that one because I'm telling you, they busted some ankles on that one.
Marbury so quick to the bucket. At the other end of the floor, Vince Carter, he's in the flow right now, Chuck. 7 of 10. You can't argue with shots he's going to take right now because once a great player feels it, you got to let him go. But when he's being guarded by Penny Hardaway, got to use the quicks, try to continue to get to the basket.
Raptors went to the line 4 times in the first quarter. The Knicks only twice. On the floor for the Raptors, Muiso, Bosch, Carter, Peterson, and Strickland. Strickland hounded by Hardaway. And the send-out, Bosch, free from 17. Rebound kept alive by Muiso off the hands of Tim Thomas out of bounds.
Now, this is a good change defensively. Hardaway on Strickland, where he can get off him a little bit, use his size. On the flip side, Shannon Anderson, a very good aggressive defensive player on Vince Carter now.
That's right, Hardaway at 6'7", Strickland at 6'3".
With his height advantage, he can get off and try to take the drive away and still contest shots.
Carter double team, gives it up Strickland from 17. Got it!
And that's the difference right there. Milt Palacio cannot make that shot consistently. The Raptors need somebody there when that ball comes back that can knock down the jumper.
Next ball, Shannon Anderson. He had a consecutive game streak snapped a couple of weeks ago at 499. Nazir Mohammed with a hard kiss off the window, baseline right.
This is bonus. Nazir Mohammed can start making shots. And remember, Isaiah Thomas wanted more athleticism. Dikembe Mutombo slows things down with Nazir Mohammed. They can get up and down the floor, but if he can start making shots, that's really going to help this team out.
37-32, make it a 39-32 ball game. As Rod Strickland with 4 points, 2 assists in 5 minutes.
Yeah, and if anybody knows Rod Strickland, his game is mid-range, off the dribble, loves to get in the paint and take that pull-up.
Anderson working against Carter. Finds Hardaway on an up and under, baseline left, rim out, rebound, Mo Peterson, and the Raps are ready. They give it up to Strickland, turning baseline left, high off the window, no, and he hits the floor and will shoot 2. Not
showing
bad
some
for a
quicks.
37-year-old.
I was just going to say that, showing some quicks right there. And you really see the deterioration with point guards more than any other position the older players get. That's why John Stockton was amazing, able to hang in there. Alvin Williams, you get a look at him on the bench, recuperating from arthroscopic surgery. Jalen Rose going to the leather tonight, John.
I like it, Leo. And Carter stumbles. And it's Strickland now with 10 on the shot clock. Strickland's pass taken away by the Knicks. He forced that one down the court. Sweetney, fingertip roll, and Bernie Pryor's called a charge on Michael Sweetney. And in 7 minutes, Sweetney has just picked up number 2.
Yeah, smart play by Vince Carter. Just a good read. You're coming down the floor defensively. You see the big fella coming. He's going to be chugging along, put his head down. He's not going to be able to stop. Vince Carter just got position, took the charge. There he is holding the fort, saying, oh, I got this one.
9:28 remaining. 39-32 second quarter. Raps in front. Danielle Marshall, Peterson, right corner. Got it! He made Tim Thomas pay. Thomas went to the floor. Thomas wanted a foul against Toronto and didn't get it.
Well, lately, Mo Peterson has been casual, catching the ball and shooting it. Tonight, he's been aggressive, ready to shoot the ball. He's got 6 already on 2 of 3 shooting.
And the bench is delivered, outscoring the Knicks 10-4.
Where do you go from tough? 56 years a tough truck. How much horsepower is enough? How many pound-feet of torque is necessary? What is the ultimate payload? It's time to rethink the problem. It's time to rethink the truck.
Welcome to the Bureau for Paranormal Research and Defense.
Has been called upon.
Hellboy.
To stand against them.
There are things that go bump in the night.
might be.
You should be running.
It's coming for us.
Hellboy.
Skip to the end, will you? How do I kill it?
Opens April 2nd.
And the focus on Hockey Central tomorrow at 6 with Darren, Gord, and Nick will be on the Canadian teams. Like we can expect at the trading deadline on Tuesday. Let's go to Norma Wick.
Thank you, Chuck. The Knicks, mindful of the fact that the Raptors are 29th in rebounding, and at the start of the game, they wanted to crash the offensive glass, and they were sending 3 or 4 guys. Kevin O'Neill noticed this, and he wanted his guys to look to get out and run on New York misses to take advantage of the numbers, and we just saw a fast break there earlier, and that's exactly what happened. Knicks sending numbers, so the Raps trying to get back quickly up the floor. A couple of notes in the first quarter. That was the most points in the first quarter this season with 32. Best quarter shooting-wise, 68% for the Raptors, and Vince ties a season high with 16 points, guys.
All right, Norma, thank you, and let's go back to action as we near the 9-minute mark. Thomas back in the ballgame. Kurt Thomas, the send-out, Marbury, and we have a 3-second defensive violation against the Toronto Raptors, Donyell Marshall.
But Chuck, getting back to what Norma was touching on, transition defense, that's one of the problems. Kevin O'Neill realized that with this New York Knicks team, they don't get back that well. They don't offensive rebound. I should say they don't do a great job on the defensive glass as well, and turnovers. So if they can capitalize on those 3 areas, the Raptors can have a lot of success in this ballgame.
As the free throw is made, and Kevin O'Neill looking on, his ball club in front by 9. Penny Hardaway working against Peterson, and he stumbles in his trip to the floor. Gary Benson along with Bernie Fryer, along with the third official, David Jones. They're going to have a meeting here to determine who picks up the foul, and Gary Benson.
Looked like Mo Peterson did it with they had the contact with the body. Get another look. And it is the call on Mo Peterson. I don't really know what that discussion was for.
No. So the Knicks inbound. Thomas sits a hard pick, so Marbury with the release. Nope. Rebound off the window, and it's controlled, and it went out of bounds. Touched last by Donyell Marshall and the Toronto Raptors. If you just joined us, the Raptors and the Knicks shot the lights out in the first quarter, both getting it done, shooting close to 70%. As Marbury inbound, way out in front to Kurt Thomas. 42-33 Raptors, 8:42 remaining first half. Plenty of time on the clock for the Knicks to run a play. Thomas baselines up for nope, and it's long board comes out to Marbury. To Thomas on a pump shot, blocked by Luiso. And it's Vince Carter in backcourt to Rod Strickland.
Outstanding timing and quickness. Muisa just waited for Thomas to take the shot and took it away.
Carter on the post up against Shandon Anderson. His shot short, collected, and put down by Jerome Muisa.
Oh, Muisa looked over at Vince. Hey, nice pass.
That's right. That's Carter's 4th assist. That ball never hit the rim. And all the way down the court. Now stick back jam, Michael Sweetney.
Now that can't happen. Jerome Muisa, he's being very active out there. He tried to contest a shot. Somebody's got to come over and block out.
44-35 Raptors. They can run another play for Carter, and wide out, he's got 16. In front to Donyell Marshall, stutter step, dribble drive. The dish to Muisa, shot rejected. And here come the Knicks in transition on a 4-on-4. Thomas to the cup on the verse. No. Tip. No. Donyell Marshall to Rod Strickland. Over the midcourt line. 4-on-2. Strickland. Peterson. Right elbow. Bam! A 2-point field goal from Mo Peterson, who has 8.
A nice job by Strickland pushing up the floor. Had nice options, too, Chuck. Vince Carter on the left. Mo Peter's been hot on the right.
Marbury again fighting off a pick. And Penny Hardaway now. Baseline left rebound. Sweetney. Kurt Thomas. Foul line left. Yes.
And right now, offensive rebounds allowing the Knicks to hang around. The Raptors shooting 65%, but they're giving up those second and third shot opportunities.
46-37. Raptors. Carter again against Shandon Anderson. The jump pass Peterson on a pump. Now it's Strickland. Strickland at the free throw line. Pass goes to Jerome Muisa, who threw it down on a dunk.
My, oh my, is it nice to have a point guard out there.
I think this guy can play, Leo.
Just a bit.
Marbury fakes left, goes right, wheels inside to the cup, rimmed out. And the follow-up is good by Michael Sweetney, who has 4 points and 4 boards.
Yeah, Raptors are all of a sudden getting killed on the glass, and Kevin O'Neal, he's upset over this.
And it's Carter against David Anderson with a runner. They're not going to count the hoop. Anderson slapped Carter, and that is a foul. And Palacios come in for Rod Strickland. And what can you say about the job Strickland did at 9 minutes? 4 points, 4 assists, did a brilliant job running in a half-court set and transition.
And how about doing it without having a lot of familiarity with his new teammates? That was just a great pass, something usually takes a little time to develop between two players.
Carter double team. Nope. Rebound for Meliso. And the send-out goes to Milt Palacio. Meliso now with 2 boards. Carter 3 board. No. Long board Marbury. Down the court, Marbury to Kurt Thomas, who's way up, popped out. And the Raps are on the run again with Palacio. Palacio and a pull-up 15-footer. Got it. And a
a little pressure at that point guard position. Strickland making some shots. Palacio stepping up.
Competition is healthy, Leo.
Yes, it is.
That's why we got Jack Armstrong in the back. Hello. Hardaway, no, tapped out. And it is Palacio, and he went out of bounds on the far sideline. He couldn't control the dribble. And for the Raptors, turnover. We've got them with 3 turnovers now. And we'll return in a moment. 50-39 Raptors.
It's not every day you get this kind of service or this kind of action. Throughout the month of March, come and be part of the Miller Genuine Draft Guys Night Out with the Raptors. 4 tickets, 4 bevies, 4 dogs, 4 teas, 1 price, along with the chance to be upgraded to MGD's best seats in the house. Miller Genuine Draft is a proud sponsor of the Toronto Raptors. Must be 19 years or older to purchase and participate in the package. No purchase of alcohol required.
As part of the NBA's Read to Achieve program, the Toronto Raptors spent time with children in their community.
I wish I was big enough to play.
Raptor players met with kids to read and discuss books and to share their thoughts on the importance of reading.
Please put me in, Coach. Come on, Coach.
By encouraging a lifelong love of reading, the Raptors hope to make a difference in a child's life.
Good job, Jordan. Good job, Jordan.
Open a book and read to achieve.
Prolong the pleasure of snowmobiling and visit the Ski-Doo Spring Tour 2005. Take a look at the innovative 2005 lineup with the new Max Z and Summit RT 1000 SDI. Look for the tour in your region. Visit skidoo.com for the official schedule. Ski-Doo, there's nothing like it.
Let's say you're in a hurry and you want to get from here to there, or maybe from there to here. It's simple. With over 300 convenient locations, National Car Rentals wherever you need us to be. So no matter where you're going, we're here for you. And we're also there for you. National Car Rental.
Our MGD Battle of the Boards. Toronto 15-13 over the New York Knickerbockers. Glover with 4 and Mohammed with 4 respectively. 50-39 Raptors here at the 5:27 mark of the first half. 50 points for the Raptors. And we're still in the first half.
It's usually an early fourth quarter score, Chad.
And Mark Aguirre, speaking of DePaul, sitting right behind Lenny Wilkins. Aguirre, the #1 pick in the entire NBA draft. He was a fabulous star. And Leo, you know what? He and Isaiah Thomas went that year, 1-2, Dallas and Detroit, respectively. Had a great run at DePaul. Then Tyrone Corbin, the former Raptor, followed his era. And then Strickland's class came in.
So what you're saying is we have a strong DePaul flavor here, is that it? I used to love Mark Aguirre when he played. He dominated the college scene. It was unbelievable.
Turnaround jumper, Thomas, no, stick back jam, Nazi Mohammed.
I tell you what, it is getting just way too easy on the offensive board for the New York Knicks. Kevin O'Neal just screaming at his guys right now. Block out, over and over.
50-41 Raptors. Glover fakes left, goes right, beats Houston off the dribble, lay-in. Oh, they're going to lay the ball. A charge against Dion Glover.
A tough move by Glover. Get another look, see if get a better angle. Glover going up. Nazir Mohammed still looked like he was still leaning towards Glover on that play. Tough call.
Allen Houston back on the floor. 2 points in 11 minutes. Now it's Marbury off the dribble. No, tipped good. And Nazir Mohammed in point. I'll tell you what.
Kevin O'Neal's had it. He wants a timeout right now. He's going to blow another timeout. He's going to get into this guy's face, say enough is enough.
Yep, offensive rebounds this quarter alone. New York 6-2. Good timeout by the head coach of the Raps.
Used to say a truck was built from the ground up. Now we say the truck is built from the driver out. Small shift in words. Big rethink on the truck.
You can't leave a cup unrolled and roll up the rim to win at Tim Hortons with 30 GMC Canyons, 100 Panasonic Plasma TVs, Schwinn Cruiser bikes, and millions of other prizes available. So get rolling.
There's a fine line between pleasure and pain. Your muscles will let you know when you've crossed it. Tylenol 8 Hour with 1 layer for fast relief and a second layer that delivers relief for up to 8 hours. Tylenol 8 Hour, because after you push your muscles this hard and pain strikes, you're going to need fast, long-lasting relief. Tylenol 8 Hour for muscle pain. For a special trial offer, call 1-800-4-TYLENOL.
And the OHL Hockey on Sportsnet, London against Kitchener, Sunday, 7 o'clock. Right here on Rogers Sportsnet, 50-43. Raptors, some of the Knicks. And, Leo, let's talk about Kevin O'Neal and what he told his ball club in that huddle.
Well, of the last 10 points, 8 have come off of second chance points for New York. Kevin O'Neal's got to be telling his guys, hey, you shoot 63%. You got 50 points, and we're only up 7. You've got to defend. You've got to block out. You can't waste this wonderful offensive scoring output that you have. And if you don't, just think about this, Chuck. How many games have we seen the Raptors shoot a high percentage? Well, you got to play the odds. During the course of the game, they're not going to shoot 62%. That's going to drop. New York is a good scoring team. The Raptors have to guard, have to defend.
Bosh looking against Nazir Mohammed, shooting, rim down. And Chris Bosh will go to the stripe with 2. Chris Bosh, very alert, alive on the offensive end tonight.
Yeah, much different. He just looked more active, more aggressive right from the beginning of this game. Chris has to play without hesitating. He's got to take his shots when they're there. He's got to put the ball on the floor and go to the basket with quickness. Very deliberate, without hesitation.
Bosh at the line makes the first of 2, shooting only 50% from the line in the past 2 games. 51-43 Raptors, 4:17 remaining in game 3 of a 4-game series against the Knicks. Bosh, no. Hit the back rim, boarded by the Knicks.
Well, it's frustrating for a coach when you take 2 timeouts, back-to-back timeouts, talking about the same thing, talking about offensive rebounds, blocking out.
51-43 Raptors, Marbury in traffic. Touch pass, Hardaway to Houston. Allen Houston working against Peterson with 2 on the clock. Allen Houston shooting off the dribble and scoring. That is an NBA move. Allen Houston.
He is just so tough. Mo Peterson was right there. Allen Houston just does such a good job of using his body. He's got great size. He can get his shot almost anytime he wants.
Daniel Marshall handing it off to Glover. Glover, power move to the rim, got stripped and turned it over. Here come the Knicks, down the floor. Marbury with the lane over Palacio. And don't look now, folks, that Raptor lead once at 11, down to 4, 51-47 with 3:20 to go in the half. And help is on the way. Carter back in the game momentarily, along with Strickland. Glover on the pick and roll attempt, and he threw it away. Back-to-back turnovers for Glover.
Actually, not a bad idea by Glover. Daniel Marshall just rolled to the corner to take a three-point shot, but that short corner was wide open had he gone to the basket.
So Strickland back on the floor, joined by Marshall, Carter, Bosch, and Glover. Knicks on an 8-1 run. Under 3 minutes remaining first half. Hardaway at the point, gives it up to Marbury. Marbury turns baseline right, leans in, no. Underneath the shot taken by Kurt Thomas. Nope. And here come the Raptors. We got a big-time break.
Yeah, Raptors definitely got lucky.
Strickland on the block to Daniel Marshall. And a face-up now against Nazir Mohammed. He can take him. The change-up is good on a jumper.
That's just the first bucket in 19 minutes now for Daniel Marshall.
I'd like to see him post up Mohammed.
He could definitely use his quickness on him, whether it be post up or facing the basket, putting the ball on the floor.
Here's Allen Houston with the jab step. Fakes right, goes left, fall away, rainbow, air. Almost tipped in by Nazir Mohammed. Offensive rebound, Mohammed knocks out of his hands, and it went off his leg at the bounds.
I'll tell you what, New York didn't get the ball, but that was a great effort by Mohammed. He is so active. I'm surprised. This is as well as I've seen him play, including his Atlanta days, Chuck. And right now it's 9-2 in this quarter on the offensive board in favor of New York.
Raptors 53-47. Carter goes cross-court, Glover. Right corner, comes up shooting, and he threw the ball away.
There's another pass. He was looking for Chris Bosh. Bosh never rolled.
53-47 Raptors.
That's why you never want to leave your feet to make a pass.
Hardaway, the open man, Houston. This is trouble. Left corner, 3-ball good.
There's one guy you don't lose or don't forget about. There's Allen Houston.
Nope. And Strickland, dribble drive left sideline, and he's pushed by Penny Hardaway.
Chuck, I don't know how you feel, but I'm starting to like this New York team and the look that they have. Right now, they've been struggling, but this is a team with an all-star point guard. Allen Houston, a great shooter. Lenny Wilkins has got a great opportunity with a veteran group of players to do some damage as long as they can get into flow and get to know each other a little bit better before playoff time.
I'm shocked they're 500 in their last 22 games. They've got a ton of talent.
Well, a lot of changes. I mean, an enormous amount of changes for anybody to deal with in a short period of time.
Well, you know what, Leo? They still have top-tier talent. And you can talk all you want about changes. I think they should be better than 11-11 under Wilkins.
Well, you also remember Allen Houston, 13 games. Yep. You know, resting his knee, trying to get his knee better. They need Allen Houston on the floor. But I don't think I'd want to be playing this New York team in the first round of the playoffs.
I mean, a ton of talent. And again, their payroll indicates that.
Something they're going to have to address, no doubt.
Carter with a couple of free throws. He's been brilliant in the first half with 18 points, 4 assists on the board. In 21 minutes, 55-50 Raptors. Marbury, again working against Strickland. Beats him off the bounce, and the layup is good. And Stephon Marbury is in the zone. Down the floor, Strickland to Carter. Runs down the pass. Marshall with a post-up. And again, working against Nazir Mohammed.
With those long arms, able to shoot over most defenders. But Stephon Marbury, you just don't realize how quick and powerful he is.
Yes.
When he goes up near the hoop.
He's got different speeds with that.
About 10 different speeds.
Houston running baseline right with a floater and a kind shooter's roll, and it is good. And Allen Houston with 9. Their backcourt is combined for 26 points.
Allen Houston just makes the game look easy.
57-54 Raptors. Carter. The pass out, Marshall, right wing, 3-ball. Got it! Nothing but line. Daniel Marshall. Daniel with 7. He's come to life over the last couple of minutes. Marbury again in a crossover. Whips it underneath to Nazir Mohammed. Off balance, turn around, no. Rebound, Daniel Marshall, slapped out of his hands. Kurt Thomas with the lay-in.
Stephon Marbury just hanging around and waiting for that ball to come down. As soon as Daniel Marshall brought it down, he was there to bat it away.
The Raptors with 60 first-half points, and yet they lead by only 4. And we have 10 seconds remaining in the half. Carter again, foul line left, 3-ball. Nope. Rebound, Nazir Mohammed with 4 seconds to go. Marbury turned it over at midcourt. Daniel Marshall comes up shooting. Hits that one, but at the end of the first half, Raptors by 4.
Oh, Raptors, if you're New York, You can't be feeling too bad when you're playing a team shooting 63% and putting 60 points on the board and you're only in a 4-point game. Can't be feeling too bad.
And those offensive rebounds hurt Toronto, especially in the second quarter. Let's go to Jamie and Jack at Rogers Sports Now.
This update is brought to you by Pizza. Always hot, always fresh. This is somewhat of an aberration. The Toronto Raptors have 60 points after the half. We're used to seeing them go entire games without getting 60. What exactly has changed?
I sat down and watched an NBA game and a schoolyard game broke out. I mean, it's just offense back and forth. Get your neck brace on. Exciting, though. Very entertaining. It's about time we see a game like this. The Raptors, a defensive club. Needless to say, it's fun just to watch a game of this style. But I tell you what, second half, it comes down to which team just makes the decision that they're going to really defend, because both teams can't stay at this level. How about Vince Carter? Look at this move right here. Gorgeous. You can fill a highlight reel tonight from all the plays tonight. Great hustle. Rod Strickland, end of the first quarter. Vince Carter knocks down a trifecta. Big-time play. Watch this right here. Rod Strickland doing a great job in transition. Hook it up, Bo Pete. We haven't seen enough of that this season, but he's knocked a few down tonight. Look at this right here. Beauty of having a point guard right there. Rod Strickland hooking up Jerome Moiso, but Strickland's real comfortable here in the first half. Let's face it, he's 37, but he knows how to play, and he gets people involved. Good pickup for the Raptors.
18 points for Carter, 4 points for Strickland, and 4 assists. As we head to the break, we'll get you back to the Air Canada Centre after a short break. Join us after the game is over, won't you?
This studio update has been brought to you by Pizza. Always hot, always fresh.
At some point, every truck company has to ask themselves, do we want the bed to stay on the truck or not? 6 induction hardened carriage bolts mounted on the hydroform laddered frame of the new F-150. Say yes. What does your truck say?
We're doing pretty good. We're both working.
Yeah. But in a few years, we want out of the city.
We don't want to keep this pace going forever. We want to travel. We want to relax.
We need some kind of plan to make it happen.
And that's why we called you. You guys can help, right?
Yeah, sure we can. At TD Waterhouse, we listen so you get the right plan. TD Waterhouse.
You can't leave a cup unrolled and roll up the rim to win at Tim Hortons with 30 GMC Canyons, 100 Panasonic Plasma TVs, Schwinn Cruiser bikes, and millions of other prizes available. So get rolling.
Prolong the pleasure of snowmobiling and visit the Ski-Doo Spring Tour 2005. Take a look at the innovative 2005 lineup with the new Max Z and Summit RT 1000 SDI. Look for the tour in your region. Visit skidoo.com for the official schedule. Ski-Doo, there's nothing like it.
You're supposed to eat the red ones last. Well, the Smarties people have been saying that for years. But yesterday, I tried eating them first. And? You know Vanessa from finance? Oh, yeah. This morning, she walked by my office. And? She never walks by my office.
Hello! We interrupt this commercial to tell you that we've taken Smarties, surrounded them with milk chocolate, and created something unbelievably unique. Introducing the new Smarties bar, available in white and milk chocolate. Just try to eat the red ones last.
Meet Starsky and Hutch. They don't give in.
I like your style. I like your moves.
They don't give up.
Don't give up on us, baby.
And they never break down.
Are you crying? No, I'm not crying. You're crying. It's okay to cry. I don't cry. I work out.
Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson, Vince Vaughn, and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Starsky and Hutch.
Okay. That's probably enough.
Now playing. Directed by Todd Phillips.
Closed captioning brought to you by Franklin Templeton Investments. Having more to choose from and knowing how to choose. That's true diversification.
Yeah, before Leo Rounds became an All-American at Syracuse and a #1 pick by the Sixers, this was his day job, ladies and gentlemen.
And you think it's easy, Chuck. A lot of hours spent working on my technique.
You think you need some aspirin after one of those? Man. But let's go to our Foot Locker play of the half. Rod Strickland, who dropped 4 dimes in 12 minutes. Hook it up with Jerome Luiso.
And Jerome Luiso with the screen on Marbury, then rolling right down the lane. Kurt Thomas can't recover in time. Great pass from Strickland, the 16-year vet, putting the ball in the perfect spot for Luiso to catch and flush.
Wow. Nice play. Raptor fans looking on. What a ball game. 60-56 Raps.
Pizza. Always hot. Always fresh. And made especially for you.
Pizza. Hey, hey, hey. My brother Terry wants to know what a 100% digital signal from Bell Express View means. Well, Terry, it means every channel can look and sound so clear, it seems like real life. Ah! Mistake! Kill it, Terry! Kill it! Save us! Whoa! My mistake. That's Express View. Very real, huh?
Now own a complete ExpressView satellite system for as little as $0.
You're all right, Terry.
We're doing pretty good. We're both working.
Yep. But in a few years, we want out of the city.
We don't want to keep this pace going forever. We want to travel. We want to relax.
We need some kind of plan to make it happen.
And that's why we called you. You guys can help, right?
Yeah, sure we can.
At TD Waterhouse, we listen so you get the right plan. TD Waterhouse.
As Zinco begins its second century of operations, our commitment to environmental programs will be key to our success. Our people have dramatically reduced our SO2 emissions by almost 70% and have improved water management practices. They've won awards for leadership in greenhouse gas reduction and are continuing our strong commitment to sustainable development. We're working hard to reduce our impact on land, air, and water. And while work remains to be done, we're proud of our progress so far. Inco, committed to solutions.
Are you spending your work hours surfing sportsnet.ca? No? Well, you should. News, stats, discussion forums, great contests. It's much, much better than work.
It's not easy being a male supermodel.
Okay, Dylan, take a break.
Oh, man, I'm exhausted. Seriously, smiling all day? I mean, that's very fatiguing. It's like a supermodel sandwich. But also, you have to make a pouty, sexy face. That's a little angry. Well, not angry. Dangerous. Dangerous.
If he deserves a break, you certainly do. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat. Introducing new Kit Kat Dark. Oh, yeah.
For Kit Yoon, the only way out of the Hong Kong underworld is to go back in. Jet Li in Rise to Honor, rated T for teen.
Pizza. Always hot. Always fresh. And made especially for you.
Pizza. Hey, hey, hey.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Families attending Raptor games tonight, and they've been thoroughly entertained as the Raptors with a 4-point advantage, 60-56, here at the Air Canada Center. Chuck Swirsky, Leo Rums, Norma Wick, and Leo, what do we have for us with our Vector Playbook?
Well, we're going to talk about who you leave and who you don't leave when you're helping out defensively. Watch as this play develops on our Vector Playbook play and a half. Stephon Marbury using a Kurt Thomas screen. He rolls off. He finds his teammate to hold it up right here. You're going to see one of the best shooters in the game, Allen Houston. If you're Dion Glover, you don't want to come over here and help. What you want to do is force Chris Bosh to step up, and then you also have the help man over here, and you have a drop man over here that can come and help out. But if you leave Allen Houston as Deion Glover does. Look what happens. Ball goes right to him. A nice pass from Penny Hardaway, and bang, nothing but net. So important to understand. Everybody's got to think help defensively, but if you're guarding a player like Allen Houston, you are not the help man.
I want to talk about Rod Strickland, the veteran guard, now with his 8th NBA team, signed this morning, went through a physical, and certainly he has delivered.
He has. He's played very well. Always tough to come in, especially when you're the point guard, learning the system, understanding different players on the floor. But Rod Strickland, number one, he's a threat to score. Raptors opponents have played off the point guards. Strickland can also get easy shots for his teammates. As of late, when Vince Carter came back, he's been the one player that's been able to put the ball on the floor and create something for himself and his teammates. Now, Raptors have a very viable option with Strickland on the floor.
All right, a major concern right now, folks, for the Raptors, offensive rebounding on the part of the New York Knicks. They have been tenacious on the glass.
That's right. Raptors are really wasting a great scoring effort. 62% as we take a look at our Tim Hortons halftime stats. Raptors are doing a great job, but they're allowing the Knicks to shoot 52%. The Knicks have scored the Raptors 16-8 in the paint in the second quarter, and they got 9 offensive rebounds in that second quarter as well.
All right, broadcasting legend Marv Albert joined with Kevin O'Neill at half.
Right now, there's another reason to celebrate with Canada's #1 selling brand of SUVs. It's our annual Ford SUV event featuring 0% 48-month purchase financing on 2004 Escape, Explorer, and Expedition. Plus, for a limited time, get a no extra charge power moonroof on all Explorer and Expedition.
Built for life in Canada.
Sandlots, half pipes, half court, center field, rec centers, rec leagues, major leagues, and labs. Super Bowl, far bowl, windstorm, windmills, sweat chambers, and labs. Turf, grass, mud, sand, schoolyard, backyard, the garden, the swamp, the vet, the met, the pit, the park, the lake, the jake, the bar, Dean Dome, Sky Dome, and labs. Venice, truckers, old school, new school, home, Gatorade. Tested in labs, used everywhere.
You're IT guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta help me. My computer has a virus. I've got to email a presentation or I'm dead. It's for a board meeting. Maybe you just rip out the hard drive.
Oh, no. Just press the blue button and follow along.
That's it?
That's it.
That's it?
That's it. That easy.
That's it.
You ever tried decaf?
Stress-free wireless, only on a ThinkPad with Intel Centrino mobile technology.
Cold filter what you're dealing with. Keep what's good. NVD. Keep it genuine.
License and registration, please. Sure. You know you made an illegal left turn back there?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, you've got to be kidding. That call stinks. You stink. Right, Dad? Tell him. You're not just going to sit there and take this, are you? Stand up to this moron. Tell him that call was crap. Don't hold back. Let him have it. What are you looking at, loser?
Back at the ACC where the Raptors lead the Knicks, and you gave up 0 offensive rebounds in the first quarter, but the second quarter, 10 consecutive points and 9 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, you know, Marbury is a great penetrator. We're over-helping a little bit on him, leaving those big bodies, and it freed him up to get to the offensive glass a little bit too much. But we just got to turn and hit first, and then go to the glass.
Terrific first half shooting-wise for the club, but New York also shooting 52%. That's a concern.
Yeah, you know, it's not really our tempo type of game. You know, we're more of a grinded-out team, so we just got to get some stops, continue to move the ball, play the way we have been playing offensively, but got to do a better job defensively.
All right, best of luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, that was a great shooting first half for the Raptors, the best all season, 62.5%. That beats the old mark set in New Jersey on November 22nd.
All right, Norma, thank you. Our IBM winning strategies for the second half.
Well, we talked about containing Stephon Marbury, the point guard. Well, 17 points, 5 assists. I think he had his way. Pick and rolls. Houston, 9 points, 4 or 6 shooting. Raptors pick and rolls weren't concerned. As Jim Sand pointed out, it was the penetration of Stephon Marbury that opened up a lot of scoring opportunities. And don't settle for jump shots. Well, Raptors didn't settle. 62%. Also got to the line 8 times. And Lenny Wilkins has to be happy with the effort he got from his team by getting to that offensive glass.
I'll tell you what, the luxury of having an all-star point guard, Stephon Marbury, just give him the ball and let him run the show.
That's right. He can do so many things. He can score. And this is one of the moves that really impresses you. So powerful in the open floor, going to the bucket. He looks to attack the rim. He's got a great body on him, very physical, not afraid of a little contact when he goes up.
Where would you rank him, Leo, in terms of point guards in the NBA?
I would put him in the top 5. The one thing about Stephon Marbury, at times he has a tendency to drift. He can be a dominant player. He will disappear during the course of certain games. He's a player that can dominate on a nightly basis. So you look at his body, you look at his game, sometimes he has a tendency. Now, he hasn't done it as much with New York because I think he feels that putting on that Knicks uniform is special to him. He's a homegrown talent. That's right. He wants to play. He wants to step up and get it done in New York. So it's been a little different, but over his career, he's been challenged at times in maintaining his concentration level.
Yeah, in fact, the hometown kid got booed the other day at the Garden.
Now he knows. If you don't perform in New York, they let you know in a hurry.
Yep. 60-56 Raptors, third quarter underway. Thomas, who got a ton of touches on the left block in the first quarter, gives it up for Allen Houston. Baseline left with a pull-up. Off the mark, weak side rebound, Thomas. Stick back is good. And for the New York Knicks, that's offensive rebound number 10.
Yeah, that's not something Kevin O'Neal wants to see on the very first possession coming out of halftime, where I'm sure offensive rebounds were discussed at length.
Pause against Muhammad, knocked out of his hands. Well, we heard some flush, even from here, 50 feet away. My goodness. In fact, Kurt Thomas is still holding his hand of the Knicks. Here's Carter, comes up shooting, left corner, out. Rebound, New York. And it's imperative with New York. You've got to get back on defense for the Raptors and off to a good start offensively. Because if you don't, Kurt Thomas misfires, rebound Marshall, loose ball foul against New York, Nazi Muhammad.
Well, also for the Raptors, Vince Carter's got to get back on track, Chuck. First quarter, 16 points and 7 of 9 shooting. Since then, just 2 points, and he's 0 for 6.
So Vince Carter, who has missed his last 6 shots, needs to get back in the groove. 60-58 Raptors. We played just over a minute here in the third. Marshall working against Kurt Thomas. On a pump, picks up his dribble, cross-court pass to Palacio, touch to Glover, running baseline right. The open man Marshall, left corner. Good! 3-ball! Danielle Marshall, double digits with 10.
Well, for the first 19 minutes he played this ball game, Danielle Marshall didn't get a lot of touches, but he is certainly making up for it now.
Jim Thomas, the pitch out, intercepted by Carter. Marbury, Vince Carter to the rack, flips it up, and he drew the foul.
And that's just a great job by Marbury. He got back. He made sure that Vince Carter wasn't going to get one of his resounding dunks, get the crowd out their feet. It wasn't going to happen.
Now, Leo, I'm surprised personally that he didn't go straight to the rim or even attempt to accelerate a little bit more.
I agree with you. That would have been a great opportunity to attempt to make a three-point play, if nothing else. Vince Carter just...
I think he recognized the fact he was going to get fouled.
That's right, just kind of tossed it up there.
And the free throw is good by Carter. I mean, tough to criticize Vince because obviously he is going to the line, but in the process, it would have been good to at least...
I thought he had the angle
yes.
Where he could have gone up and again, had a great opportunity for a three-point play.
We're going to have a timeout, a 20-second timeout. 64-58 Raptors. Lenny Wilkins received a 3-year contract from Isaiah Thomas to coach the New York Knicks. He was back home in Seattle watching games on the dish. And Isaiah Thomas picked up the phone and said, "Want to coach?" And he said, "Why not?" And so he's receiving what he got from the Raptors, $5 million a year.
Well, and you know with Isaiah Thomas and his involvement at the front office that he's very, very hands-on with the players and with the team. So this is a very different type of situation than he faced in New York. Isaiah Thomas on a daily basis, communicates with the players. He's almost like an extension of Lenny Wilkens as a coach.
As Vince Carter with a couple of free throws, give him 20. Do you think Isaiah Thomas going to coach again, Leo?
I wouldn't be surprised at some point in time. I think he enjoyed it. I think he really enjoyed coaching.
Here's Tim Thomas at the point. Nice dish inside, rejected. Out of bounds by the Toronto Raptors.
That's just a great recovery right there. Poor communication that almost led to an easy bucket for Nazir Mohammed. Instead, Chris Bosh able to drop down and save the day.
Inbounding the ball, it's Allen Houston in the right corner. Comes up, shooting, and missing. Rebound, nice interior position by Donyell Marshall on a box out.
I'll tell you, Vince Carter's really getting in the face of Allen Houston as well.
Here's Palacio in traffic. And run down by Bosh, baseline right, shooting of Allen Houston. Yes! Chris Bosh, a block on one end and a score on the other. CD4 with 11. 67-58 Raptors.
See what the Raptors are doing right now. They're coming up, trying to get the ball out of Stephon Marbury's hands and let Tim Thomas or somebody else initiate the offense.
On a pick and roll, Nazir Mohammed with a score.
Maybe they like to get it back in Marbury's hands.
Nazir Mohammed very quietly a double-double already.
Yeah, no, this is as well as I've seen him play in his brief NBA career.
Marshall to Carter, left elbow on a crossover. Top shot coming up. No.
When you're struggling with your shot, that's just not the type of shot you want to take.
67-60 Raptors. 9:07 remaining third. Houston against Carter in front of the Raptor bench. Nazir Mohammed again with a hoop, and Mohammed with 12 points and 11 rebounds.
Well, and this is one of the keys to the game. Handle the pick and rolls, especially when they involve Allen Houston. He's such a threat to shoot. Everybody tries to cheat up to take it away, but he can pass too.
And it's Marshall again for three. Yes! Donyell Marshall, the field, the flow. He's got 3 trays in the game. He has 13 points, 6 boards.
So the Knicks saw the Raptors game against Miami, and they too could not believe the number of open looks that Donyell Marshall had in this game, and they swore it wouldn't happen again here.
Tim Thomas with a pull-up, but a 7-footer is good. And Tim Thomas, who loves to play against the Raptors, he has 8 points on 4 of 5 from the floor.
Oh, you look at that guy, Chuck. There's no reason he can't be an easy 20-point-a-game scorer.
Absolutely. From Patterson, New Jersey, played 1 year at Villanova, was the 7th pick in the draft. Carter splits the defense off balance and good. Are you kidding me? He also got bumped, no whistle.
Here we go with the bump again. I knew it would become a sooner rounds. Oh, my.
This is going to be like Ali and Frazier go retro in the 70s.
Keep track of the bumps at this end now. Oh, is that a bump, Chuck?
Yep. Mohammed with a pump, lay-in, counted the foul.
Well, good job. As you said, Mohammed really putting up some big-time numbers. Isaiah Thomas envisioned this with Nazir Mohammed. He saw the athleticism. He saw an active, live body that, hasn't... Possibly you could look at the fact that he hasn't been coached. And here we get a little contact with Vince Carter. Contact early. Part of the game.
Yep, Mohammed, by the way, not a very good free throw shooter as he misses this one. 72-66 Raptors. Mohammed was not a toss-in that 3-team deal involving the Milwaukee Bucks bringing Tim Thomas to New York. Mohammed is very gifted. Bosh with it up and under against Mohammed and a score! Chris Bosh just took Nazir Mohammed to score. And Marbury on the dribble drive with a runner. Falls out, but he will shoot 2.
And this will kill you when you're playing New York. A lot like Jason Kidd in New Jersey. You could score or make a play in a bucket, but you better get back. Here, Bosh doing a nice move. Mohammed committing. Bosh making him pay for it. But as soon as that ball goes to the bucket, you get the ball in the hands of Marbury. He's coming right back at you. And Kevin O'Neal realizes you just can't allow that to happen.
How about Bosh with 13 points there as Marbury goes to the free throw line? It's good.
Well, right from his first shot tonight, he just looked more aggressive and just a little bit more energized than he has been.
The Knicks' #1 free throw shooting team in the association. Marbury sinks 2. Marbury with 19 points and 5 assists. He's second in the league in that department, chasing Jason Kidd. In a battle of the Hudson. 74-68 Raptors. Carter rolls off to his right. Work of the rock. Nice look. Chris Bosh done.
A great pass from Vince Carter. A lot of confusion defensively. Several Knicks run around, not really sure where to go.
And Carter now with 7 assists. Thomas double on the ball. That frees up Thomas from 16. No, rebound Marshall. And it's down the right sideline, Milt Palacio. Wrapped 6 of 8 in the quarter on a pick and roll. Marshall again, open right corner. Get out the applause, Leo! Danielle Marshall, his 3rd tray of the quarter. He's got 4 triples in the ball game. Danielle Marshall with 16. It's raining threes where the Raptors are shooting 57% in that department. They lead 79-68, matching their biggest margin of the ball game.
And Chuck, that's just bad defense by New York, showing Palacio a lot of respect and leaving the hot hand alone in the corner.
Chris Bosh eating some ACC rim. Back after this.
If you want to shed new light on an old room, you can. If you want to learn something about color and maybe a little about yourself, you can. You can do just about anything. The Home Depot can show you how. Through an unmatched selection, the best brands, and an unbeatable low price guarantee. If you want to start from scratch, finish with style, and go from wondering how to knowing how, you can. The Home Depot. You can do it, we can help.
Takes to get you free this weekend. We're Discount, home of the 1-2 free weekend and free pickup.
Get free with discount.
Alright, these are the gravity boots from Ratchet & Clank Going Commando, and Lou here is gonna try and walk up this wall. Go, Lou.
Don't turn it all the way up.
Hey! Dude, I thought you know how to work that thing.
Is that him?
That is a plane!
Gravity boots, one of 51 weapons and gadgets not fit for this world. Rated T for teen.
Molson Canadian leaves hockey. My main man, Eddie Olczyk. Oh, he's having a tough year with those Penguins. But it's the Pens and Brian Leach, Matt Sundin, and the Leafs Thursday, 7 o'clock right here on Rogers Sports. And speaking of Brian Leach, who, by the way, had 3 helpers last night. See, I love talking hockey here. It's Leach who came over from the Rangers to the Raptors, or rather to the Leafs, and you got Strickland, a former #1 pick by the Knicks, now in a Raptors uniform.
Oh, did you hear Glenn Grunwald's comments this morning on the radio when they said you hope that Brian, you get the same impact from Rod Strickland as Brian Leach had? He said, no, I hope he gets more. Strickland gets more than 3 points.
And Tim Thomas with a 3-ball left corner. 79-71 Raptors, 6:13 remaining. So that negates a 3-ball by Marshall. And it's Palacio going in front to Carter. Carter rolls off to his right. Carter, nice look. Bosh is fouled. Another nifty pass by Vincent Lamar Carter.
Excellent pass. Great hands, too. Chris Bosh just stuck his mitts out there and just pulled that ball in towards him to get the foul.
Sending Bosh to the free throw line. And Chris Bosh in the ball game with 15 points. 1 for 2 from the line with the Raptors, who 7 of 10.
New York doing a lot of gambling defensively, Chuck, and not making wise decisions at that end of the floor. Sometimes you get a little too tricky with that defensive end. Good straight man-to-man defense will do you a lot more good than taking chances and giving up open shots.
Leo, you know what? He labored against Washington the other night. Was that because the post players were playing him physical, or was that second game of back-to-back? He seems much more energized tonight.
Well, I thought he labored against Miami as well. Chris Bosh, in against some pretty physical post players in both of those games. But, when you're playing on that bad ankle, it takes time to get through it. It takes time to get used to playing with it. And, I'm not going to take anything away from Chris Bosh. He's a kid that works hard and plays through a lot.
8 points this quarter, 17 in the game. Another post-up. Thomas against Glover. Leads in. Nope. Rebound Bosh. Right on cue. And it's down the right wing to Dion Glover. Using the left hand. Gives it up to Palacio to Vince Carter. Bosh sets a screen. And Carter is fouled right in front of his former head coach, Lenny Wilkins, by Nazir Mohammed. Yeah, this is a key Eastern Conference game. The Knicks, a half game in front of the Raptors. Nestled in 6th place, Raps right behind him. Raptors home Sunday with New Orleans. Here's Carter. Runs into Houston. No foul called, and Carter goes to the cup, and the layup is good. Okay. Pull that one, Leo. And here's Marbury to the rim with a runner to score.
See, that's that quick answer back. You score a bucket, you got to get back and somehow get to Marbury because he answers in a heartbeat.
83-73 Raptors, 5:05 remaining third. Raptors shooting 80% this quarter, 8 of 10. Carter double on the ball. Palacio, Marshall right wing three ball. Nope, hits back rim, rebound Marbury. And Marbury glides over the timeline. And going to the rim, nope. Through the foul, will shoot two. This will go against Bosch.
And once again, the quick response. Stephon Marbury not wasting any time getting that ball up the floor into the bucket.
Again, this is the luxury you have with Stephon Marbury. But again, Carter, contact, and Vince able to control the dribble and score.
Now, would you have called a foul on that play, Chuck?
Yes, I would have. Because initially he impeded the progress.
I like it when you talk technical. I like that.
I mean, Vince was able to recover, but again, it was a no call on the
So do you think the officials, since the initial bump was well away from anything happening on that play,
but they
waited to see what was going to happen if he got the ball back, and had they not gotten the ball back, he might have gotten a call. Otherwise, they let him play on.
Well, I cannot read the minds of the officials.
Why not? You do every other night.
I think you just gave me a facial. 83-75 Raptors. All right, Leo. 4:37 to go. Here's Strickland, baseline left jumper, catch and shoot, no. And it's Tim Thomas bringing the ball down the floor. Tim Thomas is 6'10" and has skills of a guard. Down low left, they're working against Muiso on the send-out. Marbury and Tim Thomas. Marbury with a pull-up baseline left and a foul on the floor.
What makes Marbury so hard to cover, number one, as we talked about, he's got the threat of shooting the ball, so you got to stay tight to him or he'll bury a jump shot in your face. But when he does put the ball on the floor, look how low he gets. He's like a cat. He gets the shoulders into you. As soon as there's contact, he can absorb that contact, still go up and try to make shots.
Raptors just don't have a player right now that can stop him one-on-one. Not many teams do,
exactly.
Here's Mohammed with a pump on a drive. Got away with three, the key, and scores.
Kevin O'Neal looking at the officials saying, you got to make a call on that.
And this is back to a 6-point ball game, 83-77, 3:56 remaining here at the Air Canada Center. Muiso sets a screen for Strickland. Carter with a catch and shoot. Three ball off the mark. Rebound, New York. Raptors need to do a better job penetrating. They have fallen in love again with the perimeter shot.
Similar to what happened in the third quarter in Washington.
Houston with a pull-up 10-footer. Nope. Rebound Mohammed on the offensive glass.
Well, anytime you get penetration, you give yourself great offensive rebound opportunities, and that's been the story for New York.
Tim Thomas against Peterson on the drive. Nope. Tip to the air to Muiso. Mohammed recovers. Banker, no. Tip, no. Second attempt, no. Third attempt, no. Loose on the floor. Mohammed with a pump and a foul. Oh, man, they are just eating up the Raptors on the glass. The Raptors, an undersized ball club to begin with, and New York putting some wood.
Well, Nazir Mohammed has been just so impressive, going after the ball in every play. 15 offensive rebounds now for the Knicks to just 4 for the Raptors. But Kurt Thomas, he's a physical customer out there. And Tim Thomas, you know, as we talked about, he's a matchup problem. He gets in there against undersized guys, and with his size, he can out-quick you to the rim. So when these three players on the floor, you got to get help from your backcourt. Everybody's got to go in there and find the body when that shot goes up.
Leo mentioned 15-4 on the offensive glass. Overall, 31-22 in that department in favor of New York. And the Raptors' lead is at 4. New York has scored the last 7 points. As we approach the 3-minute mark, the Raptors shooting 62%. Carter, Muiso, Peterson running baseline right. And he is pushed and fouled.
And that's why it's such a good idea for Mo Pete to mix things up a little bit. Hit his shots in the first half, 3 or 4. Defense is running it. You now put it on the floor, try to get fouls.
Mort Rainey was a master storyteller.
I don't believe I know you.
I know you. But hidden in one of his old stories.
Remember Secret Window?
Is a secret that has come to life.
I'd like to know what I'm dealing with here. You don't want to know.
Leave me alone! Johnny Depp. Secret Window. In theaters March 12th.
One reason we decided to start renting tuxedos at Moore's is because guys aren't just wearing them for weddings anymore. It could be a date, a fancy dinner, or the prom. They head to Moore's, select the style they want, get fitted, pick it up, and off they go. So when you rent a tuxedo from Moore's, you can relax and feel confident you'll look good on special occasions. Even the most important ones. Tuxedo rental packages from as little as $60. Well made, well priced, well dressed. Moore's.
So you want your dear old Uncle Angus to lend you $200 till next payday. Well, let me tell you, in my day, we'd break our backs, swept chimneys, cutting fish. Your father and I smashed rocks, milk goat 25 hours a day. Pinched every penny, 'cause the world judges a man by the size of his sporran.
Need cash before payday? It's cheaper than you think. And now Money Mart also offers same-day tax refunds in cash with Easy Tax.
One of my favorite times of the season, the NCAA basketball tournament, the road to the Final Four, and Rogers Sportsnet has it. First round action, March 18th, 11:30. Full day of coverage right here on Rogers Sportsnet. And our Sprite Zone, anything can happen in the Sprite Zone. Had a chance to meet the fine sponsors of Sprite, Coca-Cola Bottling Company Limited, and prior to the ball game, and they're having a great time up in the 300 section. And right now the Raptors...
Trying to sew on your T-shirts up there?
The Banger Brothers?
Yeah. No, the Bang Brothers.
Yeah, the Bang Brothers. Right now, the Raptors need to do a little bit better job banging on the window. They're getting clobbered.
Yeah. Since the first quarter, 6-0 on the offensive glass in this quarter. Since the first quarter, 16-2. New York is dominating the offensive glass. Dion Glover having a conversation with his teammates out there during that last time out. Kevin O'Neal made a lot of volleyball references, according to Norma Wick, saying, hey, we're not playing volleyball. You got to block out. Don't let these guys just tap the ball back and forth to each other.
Well, I wouldn't mind having Gabriel Reese here.
Well, they didn't think of it that way.
85-79 Raptors.
Sometimes I like the way you think so.
Thomas against Carter. Kurt Thomas up top, drains it from 16.
And we got to realize, again, who are the shooters that can make shots. Kurt Thomas loves that foul line area.
And for the 5 New York starters in double figures. 85-81 Raptors, 2:18 remaining. Strickland off the bounce, hang time, air. Rebound New York. Down the court, Knickerbocker basketball. Marbury on a crossover again. Baseline left, puts it up and in. Count it in the foul, and Stephon Marbury is taking over this ball game now with 25 points.
Well, as you said, he's a tough matchup for anybody at that point guard position. Rod Strickland, a little older, is going to have a hard time staying with a player as quick as Stephon Marbury and as explosive. I mean, he just takes that last step. He'll go up, loves the contact, as we pointed out.
I mean, to be quite candid with you folks, as Marbury makes the free throw, he's 7 for 7. The Knicks aren't running any plays. They're just giving the ball to Marbury and clearing the side.
Doing a great job of coming down after makes some misses and making something happen right away.
85-84 Raptors by 1. Carter with a pump, shooting, missing, rebound New York.
See, right now, Raptors' shot selection is very poor. Again, make reference to the third quarter in Washington Wednesday night. Raptors just taking quick shots, initial plays, no chances for rebounds on those misses.
And Marbury just dribbling out in front. Finds the open man. Muhammad came up and down with the ball in traffic with 1:37 to go. Raptors led by as many as 12 points here in the third quarter, and the Knicks on a 13-2 run.
Where Stephon Marbury just gave Nazir Muhammad a look like, hey, if I give you the ball, he makes something happen if you want to see it again.
85-84 Raptors, 90 seconds remaining. Carter against Tim Thomas, puts it on the floor, swings it to Strickland. Strickland on the drive, at the point. Now it's Vince, comes up shooting, missing, flat on the jumper, and Carter is down 9 for 21 after a brilliant first quarter. He has struggled.
That's right, first quarter numbers, Vince Carter was 7 of 9. But everything has gone to the perimeter now for Toronto.
2 for his last 12 for Vince. Marbury, jump over Muiso, and the Knicks have their first lead of the game at the 1-minute mark of the third quarter, 86-85. Stephon Marbury with 28.
Well, what a luxury to have a player like Marbury to just dominate a ball game.
Franchise play. And Carter, baseline left, and a blocking foul. This will go against the Knicks.
And with Kevin O'Neal, his reaction to the foul call right there. Vince Carter put the ball on the floor, got the foul, and that's what you need to do. You've got to put the ball on the floor and try to get to the free throw line.
And Vince is going to the stripe 6 times tonight. Raptors are 11 of 14. And every free throw is crucial as this one is made by Vince, tied at 86.
Vince Carter, as well as his teammates, fall into that trap where the easiest solution is just take jump shots. It's the easiest option. And what you want to do is try to avoid that. You got to continue to get movement like they had in the first quarter. Swing the ball, penetrate, dribble penetration will get you easier shots and give you rebound opportunities.
Raptors by 1. 40 seconds remaining third. 87-86. Tim Thomas again in the post up. Turnaround. Raised the iron. Loose on the floor. Bobbled by Muiso. Picked up by Marshall. Hands it over to Strickland and backcourt.
Yeah, tough move that time. Tim Thomas just trying to out-jump Vince Carter. That's hard to do. You got to come up with something a little better now.
Double on the ball for Carter. Finds Strickland. Nice pass. Muiso flipped it up and in. Another dime for Rocket Rob. Strickland with 5 in the game.
You see the difference, Chuck. All of a sudden, you get a pass in the lane, another pass across the lane, and you get an easy bucket. That's what the Raptors did in the first quarter.
Marbury with the ball. He's got 11 this quarter. 28 in the ball game. Marbury all the way to the rack with a layup. And down the court, Marshall intended for Peterson. And it went off Tim Thomas to end the third quarter. Good try by the Raptors. Good hustle by New York in transition D. And at the end of 3, 89-88, Toronto. This ball game certainly up for grabs. As the Raptors shooting 60%. But they lead by 1.
With new intelligent four-wheel drive and a 200-horsepower Duratec engine, the 2005 Ford Escape can get you out of the city. Can you get the city out of you? The new 2005 Ford Escape, Canada's #1 selling compact SUV, just got better.
When you unwind a reason, rich, delicious European chocolate covering chewy, chocolatey caramel will unwind you.
And make the world go away.
All you need is one good reason.
Prolong the pleasure of snowmobiling and visit the Ski-Doo Spring Tour 2005. Take a look at the innovative 2005 lineup with the new Max Z and Summit RT 1000 SDI. Look for the tour in your region. Visit skidoo.com for the official schedule. Ski-Doo, there's nothing like it.
What is this?
Delicia.
You had pizza delivered here.
It's not delivery, it's Delicia.
You're being a wise guy. This is delivery.
It's Delicia. Frankie Delicia? I think I saw him with your sister.
Delicio Rising Crust Pizza bakes up fresh like pizzeria pizza.
If this Delicio is going to be delivering in my neighborhood, I want a piece.
For fresh baked pizza at home, it's not delivery. It's Delicio from Kraft.
For more meal ideas, visit craftcanada.com.
And our Bell Quarter stats through 3, offensive rebounding, 16-4 in favor of New York.
Yeah, that's really been the difference. Raptors shooting just under 60%. But if you can't keep people off the glass, you're not. All that's going to waste right now. And the Raptors have to find a way, number 1, to block out at the defensive end, and 2, contain Stephon Marbury. He is just doing some serious damage out there.
Absolutely. I mean, if I'm Lenny Wilkins, I just give the ball to Stephon Marbury, grab a bag of popcorn, and say, Stephon, it's your baby. Run the show.
If I'm not mistaken, that's exactly what Lenny Wilkins did do in that quarter.
So Marbury in the ball game with 30. Vince with 26, but again, 2 for his last 12. Yeah. And with Marbury on the bench, this could be an opportunity for Peterson, Muiso, Carter, Strickland, and Bosch to perhaps extend their lead. For the Knicks, Allen Houston, who has attempted only 9 shots in this game. He's averaging 16 field goal attempts, so you know he's going to get the rock here in the fourth quarter, at least initially. Carter, who has played 35 minutes, puts it on the deck, double on the ball. Bosch comes up shooting mid-range jumper short.
Now, see, unlike other shots Chris Bosch has taken, hesitated. He really wasn't sure about that shot, and the end result proved that.
New York ball. Tim Thomas with 11 points and 5 boards, delivers it. Hardaway with a pull-up. Nope. Good defense by Rod Strickland. And it's Strickland dancing off wide left side. Gets a screen from Bosch. Nice bouncer in the paint. Luis will turn around 12-footer off the mark.
Yeah, see, again, this is kind of a continuation. For Raptors, they take a lot of jump shots, and that's not an answer right there when Moiso takes a fadeaway coming out of the paint.
That's right. That's just not his game. Fadeaway jumpers. Low post. Moved by Thomas. No. Kept alive by Carter. Good job by Vince. He transitioned. Strickland. Pull up. Shooting. Missing. Rebound. New York.
I don't get Tim Thomas at the other end, Chuck. He's just trying to just jump over Vince Carter. You're not going to do that. Vince Carter can fly with anybody in this league. What you need to do is use your body, try to get him to commit and get off his feet first.
I think they're trying to get the ball to Hardaway, and a mismatch against Strickland. 15-footer is good, and they do. Penny Hardaway now with 6, and the Knicks take a 1-point lead, 90-89. Raptor ball, Strickland, the pitch out, Bosch puts it on the deck, gives it up for Peterson, a deep three, rimming out, offensive board, Moiso, and a fresh shot clock for the Raptors at 24.
New York is very content right now. We're trying to take away all drives, although Strickland able to sneak in right there.
And the second attempt by Moiso, a third attempt, and the ball hit the top of the backboard, and the ball awarded to New York.
Well, we're seeing a little bit of what we saw in Washington. Again, if I may use that reference, Knicks packing in on the lane. They're taking away inside penetration. This is one of the few opportunities the Raptors have had. Strickland missing, Moiso missing on the follow-up. But what they want to do is have the Raptors to continue to shoot and from the outside. They know the Raptors like to take those shots, and the Knicks are encouraging that as much as possible.
New York ball, and they threw it away. Raptors in transition. Peterson with a slam dunk in transition. Mo Pete with 12. What a pass. Give Moiso credit.
And it didn't take long for Lenny Wilkins to decide to put Stephon Marbury back in the game. He's getting ready to check in.
91-90, Toronto by 1. That was the Raptors' first made field goal at 8 attempts here in the fourth. A lob pass accepted by Tim Thomas. Up top sweetly from 17. No. Rebound. And it is controlled by the Knicks and a dunk by Thomas.
Well, that's the volleyball game we talked about. Nice job by Nazir Mohammed to keep that ball alive. Chuck, he's got 15 boards in this game.
92-91 New York. Here's Palacio. Ball stripped away. He recovers. 12 of the clock. No Palacio. Goes to Glover, running baseline left. Strong move to the cup. The dish to Moiso, and he's grabbed and fouled.
I see much better job that time. An aggressive drive, spinning into the lane, finding the open man. Nice job by Glover.
Yes. Dion Glover, 8 points, 5 boards, 4 assists in 22 minutes. Moiso will go to the stripe. He's got 6 points, 6 rebounds. Back after this.
My brother Terry wants to know what a 100% digital signal from Bell Express View means. Well, Terry, it means every channel can look and sound so clear, it seems like real life. Ah! Mistake! Kill it, Terry! Kill it, Terry! Kill it! Save us! Whoa, whoa, whoa! My mistake. That's Express View. Very real, huh?
Now own a complete Express View satellite system for as little as $0.
You're all right, Terry.
What keeps you going? Drive, determination, Vector. With protein, carbs, and over 20 vitamins and minerals. Vector. Fuel up.
Rob Folds with the play-by-play tomorrow, 1 o'clock right here on Rogers Sportsnet as the Jays take on the Yankees. Spring training ball at 1 o'clock. And, of course, on the Fan 590, Tom Cheek, Jerry Howarth with the call as well with the Jays and the Yankees. But here, it's basketball. And right now, the Raptors trailing the Knicks by 192-91 with Melisseau going to the strike. And the Raptors right now, Leo, that field goal percentage, sounds bizarre to say this, but it's plummeted down to 54%.
That's right, and it is bizarre to say that for the Raptors this season, but again, if you're going to play the odds and play the percentages, you know the Raptors can't sustain the pace that they were on, which means you better find other ways to win the ball game. But the Knicks have been doing that. They're plus 14 in points in the paint, plus 8 in second chance points, and that's primarily due to the 17 offensive rebounds they've collected.
Yeah, 17 offensive rebounds. Nazir Mohammed with 6 offensive boards. And keep in mind, another post player, Phil Harrington, he isn't with the ball club, Leo. He's not here for personal reasons, and Melisseau's free throws way off the mark. Raptors 13 of 17. 92-91 Knicks. Melisseau again at the strike. Good. Routed through. Knicks going with Marbury, Sweetney, Mohammed, Hardaway, and Houston. A lot of offensive firepower on the court for New York. Sweetney tied up by Melisseau. And he delivers it to Stephon Marbury. Double on the ball. Sweetney foul line left. Mohammed at the foul line. Fires it to Hardaway on a post. Turnaround jumper. Nope. Rebound. And it is loose on the floor. It's Dion Glover. Over the timeline. Glover showing patience now. Let's see what the Raptors run here, Leo. Let's see. Glover goes cross court to Palacio from 16 flat. No arc on that shot.
Well, that's a jumper that's been hurting him all season long.
Yep. And teams really sag off on Palacio.
He can take a lot of chances and help out, cause problems elsewhere because of his inability to make that shot.
Yep. Houston now working against Peterson. And his jumper ready out. And that ball is controlled by Toronto. Let's see what the Raptors can do here in transition. Palacio to Melisseau. Back to Milt. Now right corner, Glover for 3. Nope. Weak side rebound, New York. And the Raptors stone cold here in the fourth quarter. They are tied with the Knicks, 92 apiece. The Raptors 1 for 10. And it's Houston. How many times have we seen Houston on the elbow get a touch? Marbury comes off the screen over Palacio. Air picked up off the floor by the Raptors. And now they turn it over, and a bad pass by Dion Glover.
Glover turnovers a problem in this game. At least 5 by my count.
And Carter is coming off the bench. Raptors really need something going here. Hardaway, they want to clear the side. He gets a screen from Sweetney. Penny Hardaway with the spin. And his shot bounced off the rim. And it went out of bounds, touched by the Raps.
I'll tell you what, Chuck. The Raps didn't get the ball, but you don't know if they deserve the ball. The Knicks are just crashing the glass. They are just sending one blue shirt after another to the offensive board.
And we're going to have a timeout, New York. The Raptors, their post players are gassed out. I mean, the Knicks just have too many weapons to bring off the bench. We'll return in a moment. They also have Stephon Marbury.
It's been restyled inside and out. But don't let the new look fool you. The 2005 Ford Escape can get you out of the city. Can you get the city out of you? The new 2005 Ford Escape, Canada's #1 selling compact SUV, just got better.
For the hockey crazed. For the pizza obsessed. Pizza Hut's giving away an official hockey night in Canada puck free when you order a Supreme Lovers pizza. Our ultimate pizza smothered with mozzarella, loaded with 6 delicious toppings. One mouth-watering pizza. Plus, a symbol of Canada's favorite game to display with pride. Hockey and pizza, made for each other. Call Pizza Hut tonight.
There's a fine line between pleasure and pain. Your muscles will let you know when you've crossed it. Tylenol 8 Hour, with one layer for fast relief and a second layer that delivers relief for up to 8 hours. Tylenol 8 Hour, because after you push your muscles this hard and pain strikes, you're going to need fast, long-lasting relief. Tylenol 8 Hour for muscle pain. For a special trial offer, call 1-800-4-TYLENOL.
And Tuesday will be at Conseco and Indiana. Home Depot Raptors ball as Rick Carlisle and the Pacers take it on the Raptors 7 o'clock on Tuesday.
Well, Chuck, right now the Raptors have to find a way to simplify things a little bit. Get the ball in the paint. Take a look at our Home Depot points in the paint. New York 42, Raptors 28. Talk about the plummeting percentages. First quarter, Raptors shot 68%, 56% in the second quarter. Started dropping in the third at 53%. In the fourth, just 1 for 10, 10%.
Well, Kevin O'Neal has to be pleased with the effort and energy of his ball club, but they're getting killed on the glass because the Knicks, quite frankly, have bigger post players. And
well, they're going after it, Chuck. They're not dominating big post players. I mean, there's no dominant center out there. They're just going after the ball.
Houston comes off and knocks it down right in front of us.
Just can't allow that to happen. Allen Houston is a player right now that you just have to focus in on.
94-92 Knicks. And here's Carter to Palacio. Peterson in the right corner. Off the screen from Danielle Marshall. Now it's Palacio with 8 on the shot clock. Vince Carter has to force up the jumper, rim out. A lot of activity. It's loose on the court, and it's New York ball. They've got the lead at 94-92 with the Rock with 6:11 to go.
Chuck, Raptors need dribble penetration from Vince Carter. He's got to start looking to attack the basket, especially with Penny Hardaway guarding him.
And it's Marbury off the screen, and he buries the jumper. And again, Stephon Marbury, no one can stop him. He's got 32.
How about that, though? What a 1-2 punch. Marbury in Houston.
Well, Stephon Marbury is a franchise player. He changes the complexion of the game. And Carter, the dish in front of Palacio, and he sinks the J from 17. 96-94 New York.
Just a monster shot right there.
5:33 left. Kurt Thomas is fouled by Danielle Marshall. Right underneath the goal, and Rod Strickland coming in for Palacio.
Well, Palacio making that last shot. Raptors really needed that one, able to drop it in.
Kurt Thomas going to the line for the first time of the ball game. Kurt Thomas, 9th-year pro at TCU, with 20 double-doubles on the season, averaging 84% from the stripe. He was reportedly headed to San Antonio in exchange for Malik Rose at the deadline, as this one is missed. And when the Knicks learned that Malik Rose's contract was a little bit too pricey, believe it or not, even for MSG, they backed out of the deal.
I gotta remember, MSG swallowed the contracts of Marbury and Hardaway. There's some big numbers right there that they have to contend with.
For Marbury, I'd do it. 97-94 New York.
Unfortunately, they weren't going to get him without Hardaway.
Yep. And Strickland angles off to the right side. Strickland to Carter. Vince off to the right. He's 2 for his last 12. Up top, Marshall for 3. Got it! Danielle Marshall, his 5th triple of the ball game. He's got 19. And the Raptors and Knicks tied at 97.
See, the Knicks right now are trying to get the ball out of Vince Carter's hands. They're content with somebody else trying to win the game, but Marshall is not the guy that they can give the open shot to.
Mid-block left side, Houston on Strickland. Another turnaround jumper, and Allen Houston. Pick your poison, Marbury or Houston.
And what can you do about that? Strickland's all over him. He can get his shot where he's playing against a smaller guard or a player his size because of his tremendous moves with the ball.
And Strickland threw it away. 99-97 New York.
Houston just lulls you to sleep with his ball fakes and shot fakes, and he freezes you and gets that ball up as soon as you relax.
Marbury floats it to Houston again. Same play, isolated against Strickland. Houston shot blocked by Strickland. Grabbed by Danielle Marshall.
I don't see that too often.
Nope. Raptor ball, they trail by 2 with 4:04 to go. Strickland in 21 minutes with 4 points, 5 assists. Double on the ball. The bouncer, baseline left jumper, Bosch. Nope. Weak side rebound, and it's Penny Hardaway.
Looked like Danielle Marshall had that rebound, but the Knicks won it. Penny Hardaway just got in there and took it away from him.
The Knicks backcourt is outscored the Raptors backcourt as Marbury flies in, and it's a blocking call. Oh, my Bosch! This will go against Chris Bosch. And the crowd responding to a call by Gary Benson.
Well, Stephon Marbury's been attacking the lane all night long. Gets in here. Chris Bosch still moving, and he was moving underneath Marbury as he went into the lane.
Now Stephon Marbury, a perfect 7 for 7. Now make it 8 for 8.
Kevin O'Neal disputing the call.
One of the toughest calls in basketball. Marbury is now 9 for 9. The backcourt of Houston and Marbury. Go ahead, Leo.
Yeah, see Bosch stepping up underneath Stephon Marbury. As he already left the ground, he continued to move in underneath him. Remember, Stephon Marbury is the veteran. He's going to get that call.
The backcourt of Houston and Marbury have outscored Glover and Palacio 47-12. Shot taken, missed. And now it's New York ball. They lead by 4 with 3:20 to go. And the Raptors are 3 for 15 here in the fourth quarter. And again, it's Marbury and Houston. I guarantee you one of the two is going to get the call. And it's Houston, foul line left. Working against Strickland. Baseline left. The jumper, rim out. Rebound, offensive board for Hardaway, and they keep it in play. Houston left on it to the three-ball. Good! Oh, no! Timeout, New York. Allen Houston, perhaps, with the dagger at the 2:54 mark. Deja vu all over again. Houston and the Knicks against the Raptors on a 7-0 run for New York, and they lead 104-97.
Chuck the dagger is another offensive rebound that allows Houston to get that open shot.
Allen Houston wide open with the triple.
Cold filter what you don't need. Keep what's good. NVD. Keep it genuine.
Been saving my scratch to buy my dream whip. I'm not about the luxury, not even a bit. Square's not my deal, gotta have the right feel. I need to roll in something a little more real. Now this classic ride fills me with pride. And I'm itching to cruise in my fresh new brews. Yeah, I bought these wheels cause I've been eating McDeal.
The Everyday McDeal menu. Get a different deal every day of the week for only $1.69 plus tax.
McDonald's, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
Sportsnet with RJ and Jim coming up tonight, 10 o'clock, right here on Rogers Sportsnet. Chuck Swirsky, Leo Rollins, Norma Wick, and Leo, the backcourt of Marbury and Houston, lethal.
Yeah, just taking their turns in this ball game. Stephon Marbury with 34 points, had that huge third quarter. And Allen Houston, 16 points. Remember, missed 13 games, still trying to get his legs into this game. But he is a veteran player, a playoff player, a guy that knows how to win, not afraid to take big shots. But right now, Knicks just continue to get second and third shot opportunities because of their tenacity on the offensive glass.
Raptor ball trailing 104-97 with 2:45 remaining. They have got to get something going here. 3 for 15 in the fourth quarter. Carter, baseline left, foul. And he will go to the line. Carter, his 9th and 10th appearances at the stripe. He's got 26 points, 9 assists. Has struggled since the first quarter, where he's gone 2 for 13.
And really some of his struggles have been that love affair with the jump shot. Vince Carter, as evidenced by his trips to the free throw line, Chuck, has gotten the calls in this game. Vince Carter been to the line now 9 times. When you get the calls, you got to keep insisting on getting those calls by driving and forget about that jump shot, especially when you know it's not dropping.
Raptors shooting 74% at the line, matching their season effort. Carter goes 0 for 2 from the strike. Rebound New York. And they can smell it. The Knicks a half game ahead of the Raptors in the Eastern Conference, holding the 6th spot. The Raptors have lost 10 of 11 in Houston shot blocked by Vince. Raptor ball trailing 104-97 with 2:13 remaining. Strickland to Carter over Houston. Got it! 104-99 as we near the 2-minute mark.
Well, Vince Carter, defensive play, blocking Houston, coming back with the jump shot. Now shouting out instructions at the defensive end. They got to get him going down the stretch.
Marbury off the Houston screen. Winning out. Rebound Bosch. Can the Raptors get something done here now? Strickland motors over the timeline. Strickland off the screen from Bosch. Carter back to Strickland. 3 from 19. Now. Rebound New York. Good look by Strickland. Wouldn't fall. Strickland in his Raptor debut. 2 for 9 with 4.6 assists, 2 boards. 104-99 New York. It's a 2-possession game right here. Marbury has 34. Hardaway. Back in front, Marbury. Hardaway, 18-footer good. Timeout, Toronto. That could do it.
A great pass from Marbury. Pulling the defense towards him, dropping it off to Hardaway. His 9th assist in this ball game.
Back in a moment, 106-99 New York.
The NBA on Sportsnet. Michael Redd and the Bucks. Allen Iverson and the Sixers. Bucks, Sixers, Monday at 7. Move over William Hung.
Crying hard to me, something meant to me. How could you let this be? I just need time to see.
Hockey Central, Darren Drager, Gord Stellick, Nick Kiprios. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Nick, by the way, I give you permission to body check Gord Stellick tomorrow. Right here on Rogers Sportsnet. Boy, I'll tell you what, the Raptors play with energy, with passion, with heart. And yet, when it came down to it, Leo, when it's all said and done, offensive rebound.
I beg to differ on that because the Raptors played with passion, energy, and heart offensively. They moved the ball. They tried to get things going early. Everybody active. As the game wore on, some of that energy and movement tallied off. But at the defensive end, it was never there. I mean, the Knicks have shot a high percentage all game long. They're sitting around 50%. They got 106 points on the board. They've dominated the glass, especially offensive rebounds. And the bottom line is this. There is no dominant rebounder in the Knicks ball club. There's no dominant big man in this ball club. They wanted the ball in the offensive glass. They went after it. Well, you can't allow that to happen, Chuck.
Well, I'll tell you what, Leo, I beg to differ because if the Raptors had Kurt Thomas or Nazim Mohammed, I mean, the score might be reversed.
Chuck, you've got to block out. You can't turn and go after the ball. You have to block out.
Strickland to Carter, foul line right. Carter puts it on the deck, tied up. The open man is Peterson on the floor, and he's fouled. 106-99. New York with 65 seconds remaining. Peterson inbounding and puts it in play to Strickland. To Carter. Turns baseline right. Carter to the cup. Baker good. Vince with 30. 106-101 with 52 seconds remaining. Marbury to Kurt Thomas to Penny Hardaway. Hardaway again to Marbury. He's 9 for 9 from the line. You know he'll get a touch along with Hardaway. He flies inside there. Offensive rebound, Mohammed. And a foul on the play. Nazim Mohammed having a magnificent ball game. He's played 44 minutes. Mohammed with 18 points and 17 rebounds.
Well, give credit to Isaiah Thomas. He saw this in Nazim Mohammed. A lot of people question why Nazim Mohammed. And Isaiah Thomas frankly said in that Tim Thomas deal, he was the catcher. He wanted Nazim Mohammed. He wanted his athleticism. Isaiah Thomas saw something a lot of people didn't. 18 points, 17 boards tonight. 7. How about that, Chuck? 7 on the offensive board by Mohammed.
Another free throw coming up. Nope. Rebound Bosch. Timeout, Toronto. A 22nd break, 106-101 Knicks. Now, Leo, what do you run here if you're Kevin O'Neal?
Well, I think you want to try to get the ball in Vince's hands and continue with the penetration. Very important to try to get whatever you do at this point. It's going to have to revolve around dribble penetration, get a pick and roll, and try to attack the basket. Drop it off for a short jumper if you can.
The Raptors have played 5, 6, 7, 8 players tonight. Lenny Wilkins has gone with 8 players. Both coaches realize what's at stake here, Leo.
Well, both coaches shortening their bench, obviously, to get the best production or the most possible production on the floor at all times. And for Kevin O'Neal, it's been a struggle with injuries. For Lenny Wilkins, it's been a struggle putting different players and getting a feel for different players.
Now, Leo, in the opening tease, you mentioned this game for the Raptors was going to be a statement game. If they're not able to answer and come up with that statement tonight, where do the Raptors go from here?
Well, obviously, you got to continue to work, but when you're saying a statement game, what I meant was you got to work hard at both ends of the floor. You got to come out and fight. You can't give up the offensive rebounds the way we talked about in a game of this magnitude. You're talking about a team that you're fighting for a playoff spot with. You have to be there at both ends.
Raptors coming in at 26-35. The Knicks at 27-35. Strickland for 3. No. Rebound. It's loose. It's Peterson. So Daniel Marshall, bottom of the ball, loose on the deck. Carter picks it up in front. Marshall, deep 3. Hit front rim. Rebound. Who else? Nazir Mohammed. And we have a foul with 15 seconds remaining. And that's going to do it, folks. Knicks with a 5-point lead.
Well, Lenny Wilkins, pretty good effort from his group. They went after it. Raptors had their chances here down the stretch. Vince Carter finding Daniel Marshall. This is a shot that he can make. 7 of 12 in the ball game overall. Falling a little bit short. Nazir Mohammed, who's dominated the glass with 18 rebounds, rails it in.
Well, you know what, Leo? You can't criticize the Raptors tonight. And the free throw is made by Mohammed. I mean, the Knicks have better talent. They have better post players. They have a better point guard. And the Raptors battled them to the end.
I'm not disputing that. The Raptors did a good job in terms of a lot of different things, but I thought for a good part of this game, the Raptors were content in trading baskets with the Knicks, outscoring the Knicks, and you have to rebound. Even if they have better both players, the Knicks seem to just have more of aggressiveness going to the offensive glass in this ballgame.
108-101 New York.
Toronto Raptors rookie Chris Bosh is known as a good guy. Los Angeles Dodgers pitcher and Montreal native Eric Gagne is also known as a good guy. How do these two good guys avoid the pitfalls of fame? Find out the answers to these questions in the latest edition of Sportsnet magazine. The fans in Vancouver love the good guys. Who brought the team to the elite level? These guys? Sportsnet magazine, with opinions and insight from this good guy. A supplement found in the current issue of Maclean's on newsstands now.
Knicks with 15 seconds remaining. Mo Peterson inbounding to Carter. Got 30 in the ballgame. Line to the lane with an easy layup and a score. 108-103. And the Raptors immediately fouled Marbury, who's 9 for 9.
Well, Marbury just showing how talented and tough a player he is. And what a difference he's going to make to this New York Knicks team. You can understand exactly why Isaiah Thomas was willing to risk the bank to get this guy. A dominant point guard. And I think the most important part is, I don't know if a lot of teams would take that kind of a gamble to bring Marbury in, especially you look at his postseason record, a lot of things he's done with different teams. But to put him in New York, like we talked about, the entire environment, it's the whole picture that makes it all make sense for Isaiah Thomas and the Knicks.
Strickland gives it up. Peterson, left elbow, 3-ball, Nuke. And this ball goes out of bounds with 2.6 seconds to go. And again, you know what? It was a perfect match with Phoenix. They wanted cap room. And, of course, the Knicks had Antonio McDyess, who's a free agent. And this ball game is over. And the Raptors lose 109-103 to the New York Knicks. And the Raptors have now lost 11 out of their last 12. And they've got an appearance here Sunday afternoon at the Air Canada Center against the New Orleans Hornets. As the Raptors shoot 25% in the fourth quarter.